Connor, what's up, baby boy? Did you realize today is the day that it is today? And we woke up in this morning. Today, we woke up today, and nothing can take that away from us. It is podcast episode Wingdings, the aliens built the pyramids. What's up, dog?
Aliens.
True. Audio listeners, he did the hands. He did the hands. He has much nicer hair, though.
Beau, aliens.
Could
Let
you
me tell
imagine?
you about the aliens.
Listen, hey, speaking of aliens, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of aliens.
Let me take the information in.
They've been walking among us for a long time, right? Not to be a conspiracy guy.
Man, let me tell you, the Greys, the reptiles, little
They're just out
George
here.
Bush, little licking his eyes, keeping
That's
them
what I'm
nice
saying.
nice and moist, you know?
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. If you
Yeah, tell
were
me.
an alien, do you think you would know?
Oh man, that's a good question. Yeah, I think I would know. I think I'm pretty normal. I think I would
but
know.
but you
skewed
are
against-
normal. But what if your normal is alien normal?
I see what you're saying. A little alien normal versus non-normal. Yeah,
Yeah, because what if the
that's
parents
tough.
parents are aliens and you just didn't tell you?
Well, that is true. And, I have been known to be an alien a couple times a year, actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what if it's some Disney Channel original movie Zombies 3 where she finds out, yo, I thought I was a cheerleader, but I'm an alien and their hair turns blue.
You know what would be insane if you were a skinwalker but didn't know it, and then your skin just starts fucking falling off, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? And then you realize, oh, I'm a skinwalker. I can just change. You can just molt.
It's
Into a
so
different
funny you
person.
said that. I thought you were going to
Yeah.
do like a leprosy joke.
No.
And then
No.
it just went right into skin. Okay,
No,
yeah,
I
I'm
don't,
with it though.
I don't joke
though.
about leprechauns, you know what I mean?
True. Can't joke about the bag, baby. Got to get that pot of gold. It's only serious with leprechauns.
Now,
I
to
hear you.
everyone probably does look like a leprechaun. Because you're
Yes.
like 8 foot tall. But
That's right.
yeah.
I took a picture one time with my camera's lens at eye view of
Mhm.
Babe looking down,
Mhm.
and she did look like an angry toddler, to be clear.
I see.
Yeah. She kind of got it after that. She was like mad that I thought it was like kind of funny and cute when she was angry.
Got it.
And she was like, why is that? Why do you like that? And I was like, no, check this out. I got you. Snap.
Yeah.
And she was like,
and you
oh, I
just,
get it.
Then you palmed her forehead like a basketball.
Yeah, I gave her uppies. I was like, here you go. Whee! Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pog.
It's the world is built for 5'11" motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
it is. A lot of people are 5'11" out here. I am one of them. I'm a 5'11" guy.
Yeah, you're right. You're there. I
Yeah.
bet it doesn't hurt your back to do dishes.
No, well, I am fat as fuck, so it does hurt my back to do dishes. Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, you traded the height normalcy for the weight privilege. Yeah, that's true. No, I get
Yeah,
that.
to be a little bit of a Michelin man guy.
Yeah. Oh my God, you review restaurants?
Yeah, if you could imagine.
That's tight. I thought it was just
I
games.
walk
At gamerglance.com.
I walk in, they think they're like, sir, this isn't a buffet. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
And
But
I
isn't
walk out.
life a buffet though? Hey,
You know-
isn't life a buffet though?
Life is the buffet of despair.
My God,
There's a lot of
dude.
sadness going on. Even if you're rich. If you have money, you're sad. If you're poor, you're sad.
More money, more problems.
And notoriously, I said one time, Lamau, I'd rather be rich and sad than living under a bridge and sad, baby.
Fucking right about that, boy. You so right about that, boy. True. Hey, and you know what? Let me tell you, there's an interesting problem that comes with money.
Tell me.
Not that I fucking have any, but there is
Yeah.
an interesting problem that comes with money. I had an awkward day yesterday, a weird day yesterday, momentarily weird day. Let me tell you about my weird day yesterday
tell
a
me
little bit.
about it, brother.
You might be aware of this. You might not be aware of this. For the audio listeners, I am holding it up at the moment. I bought a Switch 2 yesterday. Bought a
You
little
did.
Switch 2. And the way my income is in mid-month I get paid. And then here's the thing. It's not mid-month yet. So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna put some of this on debit, some of it on credit, boom, boom, pay it off when I get paid on the 14th, easy peasy. On lock. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to it, no sweat. Little boom on this card, boom on that card. Next thing you know, pay, bang. And that's all taken care of in just like a week here. No big deal. A little more, a little less. All good. I had plans, I had strats. So you may also be familiar that my credit card was stolen some time ago and used for Burger King and Genshin Impact Primo Gems.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
3 payments, 3 purchases across 3 days for a total of about $250 something,
It's a lot
which
of
that's a
nuggets.
lot of Primo Gems and Burger King, to be clear. That's crazy. But
Sure.
called my bank, handled it, boom, boom. I got knocked out. No big deal. So I go to buy my Switch yesterday. Yesterday, I buy my Switch. I walk in, I'm like, hey, pop that out of the case for me. They're like, no sweat. How would you like to pay today? Boom, boom. On this card, on that card, knocked it out. So I swipe my card. Well, actually, it's like the chip thing. So I insert my card and declined.
Yeah.
Awkward. Put
That's
in the
awkward.
other card, declined also. Double awkward. Don't like that.
Triple awkward, really.
Really awkward. So I'm
Mhm.
like, that's insane. Probably just dirt on the chip. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Let's try that again. Bang, declined.
Quadruple decline.
So I pick up my phone, text from my bank. Would you like to approve this? Yes. Yes, I would. Have your merchant run the thing again. That's very funny. Haha, Chase, you got me good. Swipe the thing, declined. Swipe the other one, declined again. Another thing from my bank. Yes, please authorize. Thank you. Have them run it again. Yuck. There's a line of people behind me. Bigger yuck.
Mhm.
Now I'm the guy who's has 2 cards declined like 18 times, and there's a line. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get a chair and a rope. That's okay. So
You
I
should have
go.
looked at the guys behind you and been like, guys, I'm a Twitch streamer. I have 1,000 subs. I can pay for this. I promise.
True. So yeah, so true. So I'm just like, ba da ba ba. Okay, I'll just handle this with my bank. Can you hold that for me for a minute? I'll be back. They're like, yeah, no sweat. So I walk through to go to the bank that is right in the same building that is my bank, Chase Bank, JP Morgan. Fuck Chase, by the way, audio listeners. I did flip them off. So I'm like, hey, I'll just walk into the bank. So I'm waiting in line at the bank for a minute. I'm waiting in line for the bank for a minute. And then I look up and I realize, hey, this Chase Bank isn't a Chase Bank anymore. Now it's an On Point Credit Union. Fuck my ass. So I get out of line and I call my bank. Call them. And I'm like, hey, fellas, what the fuck is this? And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't know why that happened to you, but our bad, dog. It should be fine now. We've changed something on our end. It's all good. We changed it. It's fine now. I'm like, you're sure? And they're like, yes. I'm like, cool. Can I keep you on the phone while this happens? And they're like, oh, yes. I'm like, all right. So I walk back, line's gone, thank God, just me. I'm like, hey, remember me? Yes, 14 seconds ago when I look like an asshole? Yeah, that's your boy. So I get up my card. I'm like, I'm on the phone with the bank right now. They say it's chill. Let's try again. Pop. 200 on one card, 288 on the other card, because tax. All good. No big deal. All good. Put in the 200. Bang. Approved. Now here's an interesting thing. Let me ask you what you think happens here. Put in the second card. Declined. What do you think happens if you pay for half a product?
You don't get the product.
You sure don't, but you do have 200 less dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So
which card declined? I'm assuming the debit card went through, the credit card.
debit went through, credit got declined. Yeah.
And I'm imagining you didn't handle 100% the credit fraud that was on the card previous.
No, different card.
Oh, a different card.
Different card, if you can
But
imagine.
still Chase
Still Chase.
connected to you in your account.
Well, you know what's crazy? Buckle up for this. I just threw a Hail Mary. I was like, fuck it. I'll use the other one that had the fraud on it. Went through no sweat. They didn't even ask. There was no yes, no. They're like, oh, that's fine. So now my non-frauded card still doesn't work. I have to call my bank and be like, hey, fuckers, can I use my goddamn credit card, please? This is insane. And I just don't know how we arrive at a situation where that takes place. You know what I mean? That seems crazy to me.
Yeah, it is interesting the weird locks they'll put on your account after a fraud has taken place. I notoriously had my card used in like Asia somewhere.
Mm, Dubai for
And
me, but I respect it.
once I locked everything down and got new cards, my bank, my credit union, anything that has in a company who is established in China, so like
Oh, interesting.
G2A or any of these companies that operate in
Yeah,
the US, but their main, the money goes back to China.
yeah.
Just, my card just won't work for them. I have to call the bank and be like, yes, blah blah blah. Like there is a hard
Wow,
lock.
tough.
Notoriously too, anything that's not in Texas. Um, because
Wow.
notoriously Kroger, their company doesn't run out of Texas; it runs out of another state. And even getting gas, sometimes my cards will decline.
Goddamn.
Because they're like, yeah, well, you, you let someone use your card and fucking bump like
Fuck around
Alaska
and find
somewhere,
out, I
brother.
guess. Yeah. Wow.
It's nice, but it's also like, brother, can I just use my shit, please?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it'd be like that though.
That's tough, man.
I would rather my shit get declined because they think it's getting stolen versus
Well, yeah.
them like, oh, $1,000 on fucking hot chips and 40s at Bucky's. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bucky's, I've been
It is
told, kind of a
frustrating.
wonderland.
It is quite, yeah. Actually, not even a week ago. Not even a week ago. Last
Not even a
Friday,
week ago.
we
That's
did
right.
talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Something about a lot of jerky.
fucking hell, good amount of jerky. Let me fucking tell you.
You got a Bucky's jerky run in your future?
I don't got money for Bucky's turkey run. I do not have money for a jerky run
I
at this
see.
point in time. The jerky
Well,
is expensive, but it is good.
I'll tell you what, we are accepting sponsorships, Bucky's, if you are interested.
Today's podcast is sponsored by the Bucky's barbecue sandwich.
I'll tell you what, I read ad copy like I was born with it. All right, so
Yeah,
Bucky's, if you're trying to, you let me
trying to
know.
make something happen. I need
Let me
that
know.
jerky. I need the
That's right.
all you can eat jerky pass. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what.
I'll
I'll
put you
tell you
guys
what.
out.
I'm
Tell
not
me.
that big a jerky guy, but I know you are, so you can have my half too.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine the sponsorship would be
No, they're paying us in jerky.
lifetime. Yeah, a lifetime
Yeah.
supply. I would imagine.
Right. Well, you get 2 lifetimes. How about that?
I can barely
Hell yeah.
live through one lifetime. Let me tell you what.
Hell yeah. I'm just saying.
I feel kind of cheated because I'm already half of my lifetime. So like, where does my other lifetime supply go? Does it end when I die,
Well,
or do I
that's
get to
true.
transfer it somewhere someone else?
You know what I found is the case with lifetime supplies of things?
It's not really lifetime supply, I imagine.
Yeah, it's just an amount that they deem as reasonable that is like, hey, no one eats more than 3 ounces a day, and there's 365 days a year, so we will give you 3 times 365 ounces a year type beat.
Yeah, I imagine if a Cheetos bag has like 15,000 calories, they're like, a couple of these will be fine.
Right. Yeah. Right.
This is only how many you need in your lifetime anyway.
Yeah. If you could have a lifetime supply of something, would it be jerky? Would that be the one?
I'll tell you this. Beef jerky or Chick-fil-A vanilla milkshakes.
Wow.
Let me tell you
Really?
why. Because they're real milkshakes over there at Chick-fil-A.
Sure.
They're
And the
not
ice cream
that.
machine is never broken, which
Well, that's McDonald's.
helpful.
Usually, the Frosty machine is always broken at McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying.
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah, the ice cream machine at Chick-fil-A, I'm told, is never broken.
Never broken and always fucking good. Let me tell you what.
Hey, bro. Listen, Christian fundamentalists do it different. You know what I mean? They're on some other shit.
Yeah.
They be using slurs and making good ice cream. That's how Chick-fil-A does it.
Now, I noticed something, which, you're not a music guy.
Shoot,
You
partner.
notoriously am not a music guy. You have a Disturbed shirt on, which is very interesting to me.
Yeah. Wait,
Is
why?
is that your Disturbed shirt? Have you?
Yeah. I've seen him live. Yeah,
That
couple of
actually
times.
looks like a concert shirt, and I was gonna
Yeah.
ask.
Mhm.
Okay, interesting. I've also seen them about maybe 3-4 times.
Yeah, I've seen him twice. And I'll tell you what,
Yeah,
David Draymond's voice, not great live. Great show. Hey,
depending
great
on the
show.
show. Depending on the show, yeah,
Yeah, great show, but
yeah,
dude's a little hit and miss live.
yeah. It's a little. He's a little flat sometimes.
A little
He
flat,
hits.
sometimes a little pitchy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
But that is
But
the
yeah,
live show.
Disturbed.
That is the live
Disturbed
show
was one
after
of
all.
my favorite bands of all time, actually. Is up there. So
Oh,
I'm a big Disturbed guy.
interesting.
I'm
Interesting.
told that the common take is that they're a bit of a meme because they only make one song 100 times. But just happens to be that one song is a song I like a lot, so bring it on, you know? I'm here for that. I don't think that criticism is fair, by the way, but it seems to be the meme.
No, I don't think so. They're in this category of band we like to call like divorced dad rock or new dad
Sure.
rock.
Sure,
Because
sure,
if
sure,
you're
sure.
a dad, you're going through a lot of emotions. Disturbed is
Okay.
really good for you.
I see.
And them Breaking Benjamin, they have you know what it is? People complain that bands change their sound a lot. Notoriously Linkin Park before Jester died. Very different
Right.
sound than like on the previous album than to like Meteora, right? Different sound, kind of crazy. People bitch about bands doing that. Also, Lamau,
Yeah.
people bitch about bands who don't change their sound. So bands can't really win
Yeah.
either way.
No, yeah, people just complain.
Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin fall into these categories of bands that they
Breaking
sound like
Benjamin, my God.
Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin. They're always going to
Right.
sound like Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, when you hear a Disturbed song, you're like, oh, that's Disturbed.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily the same song every time, but it does sound like Disturbed. You're not going to,
Yeah.
you're never going to walk into a Disturbed song and go, man, this sounds like Lady Gaga circa 2023.
No. Yeah.
You're not gonna
Correct.
ever like misunderstand what the song is. You're like, that's Breaking Benjamin.
Yes.
That's Disturbed.
Yeah.
So,
Slipknot's kind of like that for me too. I feel like when you hear a Slipknot song, you're like, oh, it's
well,
them.
it's funny. Slipknot to me, you know what Slipknot to me sounds like? I'm not a huge
Yo.
Slipknot guy. Slipknot
Really?
to me just sounds like a bunch of, when you're walking down the street in a city and there's like construction going on? Slipknot just sounds like angry construction sound to me.
Yeah, no, I'm here
It
for
just
that.
sounds like industrial fucking jackhammers going off and someone dying from the rooftop of some skyscraper.
Sure.
It
Yeah.
sounds like that, and I'm not a fan of that, so that's fine. I missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
Disturbed, Breaking Benjamin, they have a certain sound and they stick to it, and they just fucking do it every time. And some
Yeah.
people hate that, but then other bands don't do that, and the same people who hate Disturbed for not doing it hate other bands for doing it.
Yeah.
So then it's this weird thing of like, then when are you going to be happy? And let me tell you,
Right.
music fans, rock fans especially, you know what's interesting about them? You know what the correlation is? If you had a Venn diagram, you put gamers on one end and rock music fans on the other. The Venn diagram, it wouldn't be a Venn diagram. It would actually just be one circle because they do the same shit. They do the same shit.
Yeah. Right.
They complain about the same shit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, fans of things in general
Yeah.
tend to be critical in every direction and unsatisfied.
Yeah, they're fucking weird about, I found this band when no one knew about it, and now they have money, and I hate them.
Oh my
Same thing.
God, dude. The fucking, like, I knew them when they weren't famous.
I know when
Cool.
when they were poor. Okay.
Oh my God, they didn't even have a paid off house. That's crazy.
I knew them when they were in the van, and now they're fucking taking chartered flights. I hate them now. They're fucking
I can't believe
losers.
the carbon footprint from Taylor Swift.
Yeah, imagine, you know what's hilarious? Imagine bitching about the carbon footprint of her private jet when also the tour is using like 18 fucking semi trucks to load
Yeah,
and haul
right.
the fucking stage around. But they don't know about that because they're fucking dumb. They show up to a show and they're like, oh cool, the stage just magically appeared. No, dipshit, it was trucked across the country, asshole.
Yeah, the trucks are a larger carbon footprint than the plane for sure.
Yeah, usually about 15 to 20 trucks, depending on if you're a band, if you're a pop. I mean, her stage was massive. So I imagine there were
Well,
at least 15 to 20 trucks.
maybe the fans just assume they're just packing a bunch of Ford F-150s. You know what I mean?
Well, of course, again, the fans are also fucking like what, 14-year-old children. So
Ooh, okay. Well, I can see I'm under a particular bus. That's fine. No, it's fine.
most
Okay.
that's true. Most.
All right. Me and cutie Cinderella crying. Unlucky.
Yeah. You're a little too old for your dad to be taking you to a concert. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, that's true.
The majority of her fans, however, aren't.
Well, you put it that way.
My goodness.
But you know, it's just
I
like
love Taylor Swift, by the way. Good songs. Good songs.
it's too late. The Swifties are out for you now.
I know what you did last summer or whatever that song was. Good song.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Similar.
Yeah, same thing, same difference.
Yeah.
This podcast sponsored by Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I knew her back in her 4chan days. What about that?
Did you know she just bought her master's
degree?
No. Her original.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Scooter Braun.
Yeah.
Scooter Braun bought her master tapes for all her songs, and all of the billions she made from her fucking crazy world tour. Yeah, she just bought that shit back. She probably bought his like parents too. She's like, throw your parents in for an extra.
Bought his parents. I hope so. Yeah, that's big. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
pretty insane. I just read that the other day. Well, good for her. You know, I think she's still gonna release like the Taylor versions because she wants to do them her way. But that's awesome for her.
But now if she wants to do something with the master, she can, and that's cool.
Well, now, you know, it doesn't matter which version gets played. Lamau, she gets paid either way. And that's tight.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. So I imagine she still wants to push her versions because she would still have to pay royalties if she worked with any like songwriters that still had you know what I mean, like royalties, longevity, kind of like.
Hey, real talk, respectfully, no way she makes her money back on that purchase. Like that's like that's like a for her feelings, for her mental well-being purchase, not a financial bottom line decision.
Over the years, she probably does make her money back because she's in that upper echelon where like the people who are coming to like use her music. You know, like if Sony comes rolling in being like, we would really love to use one of your songs in Spider-Man 17. She's like, oh, okay. Fork over the money, bitch. You know?
Well, yeah, that's real.
So like the publishing and all of her stuff, yeah, she probably does end up making her money back in the long run. Not now though.
No.
Not right now.
No, certainly not now.
I would imagine also too, she's probably doing that for like her future kids if she ever plans to have some. You know, like
right.
That's her life's work, right? So I also think too, she's not really worried about like, okay, you know, I'm not going to make money back in the next 10 years. She's not really playing the 10-year game. She's playing the life game.
Right.
Can the catalog...
She has always been kind of a visionary.
Yeah. Can the catalog sustain like for the life of her being alive and then also her children's children? Probably. I would imagine.
Definitely, yes. Several generations, I'd imagine.
I'm not a music expert, but I know enough to know enough. You know what I mean? And she's not just going to fall out of style unless she's like, man, you know, unless she like comes out tomorrow and she's like, man, you know who really is a great person? That woman who wrote Harry Potter. I really stand with her. Then maybe she starts going down a rabbit hole of like, hey, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to do a collab with Kanye. Like, okay, maybe she maybe an angel comes out of the sky and smites her down or something.
Could you imagine if Taylor Swift went the way of freckled Zelda and became just like an alt-right Christian content creator?
Freckled Zelda, oh no, yeah.
I know. Yeah. Freckled Zelda fans in shambles.
Notoriously, I didn't know. Notoriously, I didn't know that Zelda was like Link and Zelda or whatever. There's like a multiverse there. You know what I'm tired of?
Yeah.
I'm tired of multiverses. I'm tired of like Lamau. It's whatever. It's a different universe. Can we just Can we tell good stories? And if we're gonna do the whole multiversal thing, can we not use it as a crutch? Because
Well,
that's what it
to
is.
be, it's not quite multiverses in Zelda, but yeah, you are right that it is.
Well,
You're
just in
right about
general,
multiverses
just
in
stuff
general.
in
Yeah,
general.
you're
I'm
so
just
right.
tired of. I'm
Yeah.
tired of if something doesn't make sense, you hand wave it off as a multiverse now.
Well, may I, if I could just soapbox for a minute, if I
Yeah,
could for just a
soapbox,
moment?
please.
And I know this is not going to
Be
be a popular thing, but
a guy.
I've never worried about what's popular. I just say my shit. So like, I understand this won't be popular, and that's fine. But like, people are kind of dumb and care too much about shit that doesn't matter, and don't care nearly enough about stuff that does matter a lot. Like the priorities are fucked. So like, like back in the day, and this, for NES, Super Nintendo type shit, Game Boy Color type shit, Game Boy Original type shit, people will know game developers like to have fun and be goofy and just do shit. And that was kind of the goal. And then like also when you make a game, you know what I mean? When you make a game back then, the game development teams that were doing that weren't really worried about telling some grand narrative. They were like, yeah, he jumps on mushrooms and pulls down a flag and then he kills a turtle. That's Mario, baby. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't like more to it than that. It's not that deep, as it were. You know what I'm saying? So like at some point, there was a generation of individuals who decided, oh, Easter eggs aren't just fun, they gotta mean something. And that really fucked everybody. And I'm annoyed that that happened. Because what we end up getting is people who think they're just, quote, having fun, hee hee. And they're like, well, this game is in this universe, and this game is in that universe, and these two characters could feasibly meet because. Hey, shut up. Shut the fuck up, dude. Hey, real quick, shut the fuck up, though.
Well, you always got to be topping what you did before, right? So that's kind of like the issue. It's like, Goku can't go Super Saiyan 1 and people are like, oh, that's tight. It now has to be like Super Saiyan God Bakugan
Oh my god. Not the
fucking
god Bakugan.
reading Braille, like he has to be
You got the
something
Millennium
insane.
items and shit, yeah.
Yeah, he has to literally Goku has to be fucking drawing 6 and also going like Super Saiyan God King Monkey Wukong mode. And it's like, look,
Oh my
at the end
god.
of the day, that's cool sometimes. But like this is kind of why those kind of animes have kind of fallen off of me now. Cause it's like, okay, Luffy in his 14,000th
Gear
mode.
7, yeah.
Yeah, year 7. It's like when your anime's gone, it has so many episodes, it's gone through 17 different video formats.
Yeah, well, true.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, when you're listening to episode 1 of One Piece on 8-track. Yeah.
And I had this debate. Well, it wasn't even a debate. Yesterday I was asked, what is your most, in your opinion, what are your most like overhyped anime or like, overrated anime? And I hit a nerve with my response.
Did you say One Piece? You did,
I
didn't
said
you?
One Piece and Naruto. And here's the thing.
Ooh.
I prefaced it even by saying,
Should have
hey,
said Bleach. Go on.
I said, hey, I'm not saying these shows because I hate them, but I'm saying these shows are a little overrated because if I go to a Naruto fan or a One Piece fan, I'm like, hey, where should I begin the show? You're never going to get an answer where it's like start at episode 1 and watch all of it. It's always like, okay, so you're going to start at episode 30, then you're going to go back to episode 2, then you're going to jump down. Like you need a treasure map to find the fucking how to watch the show.
Right.
And then also too, I had a couple One Piece fans in my chat yesterday. And they kind of jumped on my neck. They kind of tried to fucking strangle me a little bit. And it's funny because I asked them, what would your response be to me saying this? And they're like, well, I didn't even watch the first 500 episodes. I watched a YouTube thing about it. I watched a catch up
they
thing.
didn't do that. I
So
watched
I'm
a
like-
YouTube thing about
So
it.
I'm like, motherfuckers, you're sitting here telling me that I'm not like, I don't understand, but you also didn't watch the first 500 episodes because the anime doesn't kick off till 501 or I guess or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, if the anime doesn't kick off till 501, then why do we have 1 through 500?
Yeah.
If it's not good enough to watch and you have to do a YouTube video catch up on it, why are we doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, some
people
people
just notoriously hate filler too, which I don't understand that either. Because it's like, if you don't think these characters are fun to watch and fun to see interact and do fun things, you probably don't like these characters that much.
And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I've raw dogged all of Naruto. I've seen all of Naruto.
Shippuden
I'm
too?
not a Naruto stan, but I watched the whole show. I didn't
Like
do.
Shippuden also, or just
Yeah, I've
Naruto?
watched both series. Not
Hmm.
Baruto, fuck that kid. But also, I've watched
Whoa!
both series. I liked both series. But if you're gonna tell me that fucking the original series in Shippuden didn't have too much filler. It's like if you went to get a burger and then it was like, hey, we're out of burger, so we just put styrofoam in it to replace and fill the burger because we don't have meat for you to eat. It's like, this is
Yeah.
really tasty. Yum. I love this 17,000th backstory thing where we're going back to the old show to tell us some backstory information because we forgot because it's 2,000 fucking episodes.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Stuff like that. Stuff like that kind of
yeah.
fucking trips me out. But I like the show. I like the show. And I want people, even in this chat right now while we're talking live on Twitch, recording this podcast, they might go, oh, fuck that guy. No, I'm a liker of the thing. I think Naruto is kind of fun. I think One Piece, I'm on episode like maybe 250, 300. I like the show. But if I'm don't come at me if I only watch the show on 500 episode or 50 episode increments because I can't stand the fact it's mostly just sitting around talking when I could just go hang out with my friends and do the same thing.
Yeah. 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 I've notoriously been that guy who thinks I've said this a million times publicly, famously. I'm a supporter of the ideas that filler is tight and fun, and if you don't like filler, you probably don't like the property that much. So shut up. And also, uh, like whether or not something is canon or like trying, like I said, originally the whole point, like trying to like tie Easter eggs back to meaning something and be like, oh well, this Zelda has to connect to this one in this way because, hey, dude, the devs didn't care that much. They just made a cool Zelda game for a game system and then another one for another system. It's not that they don't connect. Fuck you.
And hear me
And like
out.
all this retroactive connectivity, like, oh well, when you think about it, maybe this can go here, and then like there's two guys in a room trying to figure out a timeline for some shit that barely makes any fucking sense. And it's just because some kids didn't realize Easter eggs are fun. They're not that serious. Like Easter eggs are just fun. They don't have to mean anything. Also, filler is tight. Fuck you. That's my soapbox.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I agree with you. If you don't like the filler of a show, if you don't like the show, then you don't like it. Then you just don't like it. However, I dare you to watch One Piece and go, oh man, this is tight. No, it's not tight. Actually,
Why would never?
They did it. So I think you can overdo it. And I think you could. And this is why I'm really excited because they're redoing the show. They're like redoing while the main show is active.
Yeah.
Lamau,
Redoing a show that
it.
is still coming out with new
Yes.
episodes is insane. By
I'm
the way,
happy though because I can finally jump in with a thing that might tell a cohesive story within 10 episodes. You know what I mean? It might actually do that.
I feel like it's probably not. But okay, so hear me out, right?
Tell me.
A lot of stuff's got to get removed. A lot of stuff has to get removed from One Piece.
Yeah.
If they're going to truncate it down to like 100 episodes.
Well, I don't think they're trying to do that. I think they're just trying to retell the story, but in a more cohesive way. Because here's the thing. One Piece will have 100 episodes of filler. And I don't
the new remake, you think?
Oh, I don't think the remake's going to, but like in general, One Piece, like One Piece will just rattle off 100 episodes of filler, no problem, Lamau.
No. I mean, like the remake, they're going to cut a lot from the original to. If the remake version's going to be like 100 episodes or whatever.
I would hope so. But also, filler, if you look at it in One Piece context, there's nothing going on, actually. There's really not fucking anything going on. There is a substantial amount of fuck nothing going on in those filler episodes. So I'm happy they're doing a remake. I'm usually not happy about remakes. I'm kind of on the fence about the Yu Yu Hakusho remakes. I'm like, I don't know, dude. That's a
Yeah,
classic. There's no real filler in that. That's just straight up story and decent animation for the time. Do we need a
yeah,
remake? I don't know, bro. Hopefully they don't fuck it up,
yeah. Well,
you know. But for a show like One
well,
Piece, I'm like, yeah, retell that shit in a way that I want to actually watch it. Mound.
I'll tell you what, man. I there's a lot of there's a lot of room for things to be good, and then a lot of the time they aren't, and that frustrates me.
Yeah, and notoriously, some people say Naruto, good show, or it's a bad show with fun parts, is what it always gets. Like, people are always like, man, it's a shit show, but man, there's some good stuff in that show. And that
Yeah,
sucks.
I've heard that about a few products. I've heard that about One Piece. I've heard that about Naruto. I've heard that about Bleach.
So if we could remake the show where it's actually a good show and it has the good parts, then I'm on board. Then I'm on board.
Did you ever see that clip of somebody's lawyer in a court of law trying to say that their client needs to be treated more fairly? They're like being wrongfully sued, wrongfully accused of things because they're anime filler, and they started explaining the Soul Society arc of Bleach to the jury. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that. It's kind of funny though.
It's insane. They're like, hey, there was a show called Bleach, okay? And then like, it's pretty tight and they tell a story, but then in a couple of seasons, there's this Soul Society shit and no one even knows what it's about, all right? And then it never comes up again because it's a filler arc, okay? It doesn't matter. And that's what my client is. My client is just here as a distraction from the real issues. My dude needs to be found innocent because he's just filler, bro.
And I bet he went to prison.
I'm sure they did. I didn't see how that trial concluded, but there's no way that was successful, I guess is
When
what I'm
you
saying.
invoke the bleach filler
Yeah, the bleach filler
argument,
defense is insane.
yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
I high key couldn't believe it, and then it kept going, and I kept not believing it. You know what I mean?
And this wasn't like an onion thing. This wasn't like a
No, 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 no.
joke.
This was a
This was like
real
real
court
life.
of law. This is an honest to
That's
god
funny.
court bleach soul society defense. Audio listeners, I am googling. There was it was some rapper that was being there was the defendant in a thing. Young Thug.
Oh my god, that's fucking
Young
hilarious.
Thug's lawyer tried to defend him
He made
by saying that he was just anime filler and the jury shouldn't worry about all that. Yeah. I remember there was one very specific somebody commented a long time ago. They were like, "Yo, this court case is going to be studied for years, but not by lawyers, psychiatrists." I thought that was so fucking funny. Ah. But yeah, I'll tell you what, man. We're at a dangerous point in society. We're at a dangerous point, man.
yeah, a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
We got motherfuckers really in law that are just like, yo, dude, bleach is tight. I'll use that as a legal defense.
Yeah, I would be a little peeved. I'd be a
I would
little
ask for new
fucking.
representation. I'd be like, hey, can I fire my lawyer? Can we pause this while I get
Yeah.
a new guy?
I'd be a little
Because
fucking
that's
pissed
tough.
off.
Yeah.
Speaking about being pissed off,
yo,
I'm kidding.
oh my god.
I don't actually have anything to be mad about. I do have some other things. There's some interesting gaming stuff going on right now. I don't know if
You've got
you're
a little
in
to be
the.
mad about.
Well, there are a couple things to be mad about for sure.
Alarm didn't go off, no coffee. I'd be tilted. If I was still
Yeah,
a coffee drinker, I'd be tilted.
yeah, I'm a bit of a fucking tilter. Let me tell you.
Yeah, man.
No coffee, bruh. No coffee.
Well, but you said video game news, eh?
There's a little bit of video game news today. There's a little bit of interesting developments.
Hey, may I real quick? Might I? Could I if I
Tell
might?
me.
Have you heard, have you seen any of the old stuff that people were complaining about how Pokemon Generation 9 Scarlet Violet runs really shit on the Switch? Like, If you're anywhere with water, there's a bunch of lag. If you're anywhere with a lot of Pokemon, there's a bunch of lag. If you're with a bunch of Pokemon in water, God help your soul.
I think I've only heard it from you.
I see, I see, I see, I see.
I don't
Well,
like
I've seen some of
go
it
on.
running on the Switch, and even in the worst parts of the areas, like the most laggy shit on the Switch 2, it be running like 120 FPS, a billion FPS, smooth as hell, no lag. Looks pretty good. So shout
Yeah.
out Switch 2, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well,
Anyway,
I
go
mean, it
ahead.
would be goofy if they came out with a sister product, a little evolution of the product, and it wasn't better than the first one. It would
Well,
be.
I just assumed it was like game problems, not system problems with that one.
Oh
You know
no,
what I mean?
100% Switch. The
Yeah, it
Switch
was
was
system
like
problems.
very. I mean, you've seen the
Well, I
Switch
knew the Switch was
variants to
underpowered, to
games.
be clear. That I knew.
Yeah, because like even like any game that gets ported to the Switch, they have like the Switch version variant compared to like the other like 1,000 things it's on, and it looks like PlayStation 1 graphics in almost
Have you
every
seen
situation.
have you seen Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch 1?
Yeah.
The character's just like missing eyelids.
Have you seen Hogwarts Legacy on Switch 1?
No.
Fucking
Is it
terror.
tight?
It's insane.
Oh
Looks like a
no.
different game in some spots.
Hey, whatever happened with Hogwarts Legacy? Are you still like a bigot if you play that game, or are people kind of over that?
Oh, I played it day one. I don't fucking care.
That's hilarious.
No one's gonna stop me from playing a game. Sorry. No, you know what it is? You're not a bigot for enjoying a game. You're a bigot for enjoying her. If you're like a
Well, I agree with that.
sister Stan, you know, like we hate the trans too, fuck them, fuck the gays. If you're like that and you like her and you like what she's saying,
Yeah,
then you are a bigot. If you like Harry Potter, you're not a bigot. Lama.
sure.
You know what I mean? Hate
Yeah.
the artist, not the art.
Will they be hating the artist so they don't support the art, I guess, is the argument. But I'm kind of with you, though.
Well, no, they hate the artist, and then you're a bigot if you like the art as well. They
That's
went
funny.
after creators. Um, yeah, if you were
Sure.
like
Oh, sure.
LGBT, you had a target on your head. If you had Hogwarts Legacy on your hard drive, people were coming for you.
Gotcha.
And I don't stand for that, by the way. And look,
Hmm.
here's the thing. I'm not a huge Wizarding World guy. I'm not a Harry Potter
Yeah.
guy like that. It is a good fucking game, a fun combat system, a good game. I
Really?
reviewed it. Good game.
It's like actually pretty good. Eh?
It is actually really fun to play. Yeah. It has a gear system that really doesn't matter, Lamau. But like for a version
Like
one
stats are irrelevant.
for a version one of a game that uses a cool kind of range parry mechanic, yeah, tight. I
Hmm.
like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, because you know how like in the movies they deflect things with their wand. That's like it's like a parry system in the
Right.
game, and you deflect stuff with your wand. It's really cool. Like, it is really neat.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a try. And maybe I'll steal it so no one has a problem with me supporting the art. Well, now. I'll just pirate that shit.
Well, here's the thing. No one's also gonna guilt trip me into feeling a certain type of way when I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
if you're a trans friend of mine and you're like, hey, you're fucking terrible for this, then you might not have been a friend of mine to begin with.
Oof.
Hate to say that, because I also
Crushed.
had a lot of other trans friends who played the game and they loved it. And they're like, yeah, it's fine, it's whatever.
Yes.
Like, I'm not sitting here
Yeah.
saying I love her. You know, you can love a property and not like the people who made it, and that's okay.
Well, hey, listen.
Seriously,
I've been on
if
the
I
hate
walk
train since she
into
had Ginny and Harry end up together. You know what I'm saying? So
brother,
whatever.
if I walk into Chick-fil-A and the owner's there and he looks at me and calls me the F slur during Pride Month, I'm still gonna be like, but can I get my number one now, please? I know you got it out of your system, but can I get my number one? I don't care.
Yeah, where's the waffle fries at? Type shit.
I'm not.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't fucking care if the owner or the creator doesn't like. Okay, they can do whatever they want on their own time. I don't. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me one
True.
bit.
Yeah, well, I hear you. I respect that. I get that.
Yeah. Now I know I'm the outlier on that, and that's not
No, sure.
everyone. But I don't try to be everybody, you know? I'm just being me.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, it kind of reminds me of the other. I was talking to somebody the other day who was saying they were like avoiding doing stuff because they didn't want like people to be mad at them
Oh,
publicly. They're like, "Oh,
tough.
I don't want any backlash or blah blah blah." I was like, "Dog, you're gonna make somebody upset just by breathing, so like, don't worry about it."
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like that's I mean, like I am notoriously Mr. Chill Guy, Mr. like too chill guy. Some people would say. You know what I mean? I'm like notoriously like too nice to everybody type guy. And
Yeah.
I got haters like you don't believe. I got haters all over the place. Like you're just gonna make people upset just by chilling. So fuck them. You know what I mean? Like do what you're gonna do, and then the people that stick around are sticking around. The people that aren't. That's
Well,
kind of how
you
it
know
is.
what it is? It's people see that when people aren't rattled by the smallest stuff, they
Yeah,
they almost want to poke and prod to throw that person off because to
yeah,
them it doesn't seem right. It's like how could they not be like how could you not be angry about this news about X and so whatever? It's like
right,
because it doesn't fucking matter. And then when you say that, then they get pissed off and you're like the target number one because it's like, oh, I'll give them something to be upset about.
right.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, it's sad, but it is true. Motherfucker's really wild. You know what I mean?
Also, too, when someone's so happy, I guess, to others who aren't that happy, they come off as fake. And
Well, yeah, I've
then
definitely heard that for
and
sure.
then because you're coming off as fake to them, you must be fake, Lamau. And then also too, comma, you must also, if you could
Yeah.
imagine, in a world, you must be target number one now because now we have to make you as sad as us. You know?
Right. Yeah.
And that's usually how it goes.
It's kind of sad, you know. Like I like pity those people, but then I think that makes them matter to be pitied.
Because,
So
like, we've had league matches where people have gone off the rails and been crazy. And then you
yeah.
find out their last match was really bad and they're just, you know, taking it out on their next team because they're mentally unstable.
And we had a Dr. Mundo in our league match who was just like this fucking pedophile ass. They called him that. I was like, that's a
Jesus.
crazy out. That's a crazy lash. I
Yeah.
don't know what's happening right now. It was like popping off, right? And then like after a game, they came into our chat, like my chat, like while I was live, and they were like, "Hey man, I see you guys are duo, and I just wanted to apologize to you, boy. I'm sorry, man. I was having a really bad day." I was like, "Oh, okay. No, it's all good. Hey, thanks, man."
Yeah, I mean, it's good that you came and apologized. Also, maybe some
Yeah.
regulation, maybe some you just stop yourself from saying stuff like that.
Well, true. Yes, but like most people don't even apologize. So like +1, but I wish there was a +2. But +1 though, not bad.
Yeah. Now, have you seen
Yo,
the new Marvel fighter game coming out?
huh?
There's a new
Marvel
Marvel
fighting game?
fighting game from Capcom, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be a
I
PlayStation exclusive.
Capcom Marvel Fighter.
I think it's a Capcom game.
That's
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls first trailer released. And so, you're not familiar. PlayStation did a
no.
state of play recently, which
Yeah.
was a big state of play for a lot of their like Japanese studios, a lot of their
Okay.
Japanese homies, and I believe this game is a Capcom game, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Capcom has used Marvel characters before in their Marvel versus Capcom fighting games. So that's not crazy, I
I
guess.
believe
But this is
it's
just all
either
Marvel?
Capcom or a different studio.
It's either Capcom or not. That's true. You're probably right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Lamau. PlayStation Studios Arc System Works. Arc Studios. Never heard of them. I
Arc
thought,
System Works. Whoa,
yeah,
really?
yeah. So
Oh,
it's this new Marvel game where I think you're fighting with teams of 4v4. So
okay.
you know how like there's like a tag team or whatever in like those other games where you tag in
Yeah,
characters and they
yeah,
do
yeah.
combos, blah blah blah. I think
An
this is
assist
a
system is what that's called. Yeah.
yeah, assisted system. I think this is a has different will have different formats. 1v1, 2v2 and 3v3 team fighting.
Hey, we got 1v1 mode?
I believe so.
I'm listening.
Yeah, and they're also the main system in the game will be a 4v4 teams versus system.
4v4.
Now, we didn't get a lot of looks at it, but they showed some art of like the characters, and I'll say there's some. It looks a little Marvel Rivals-y, you know, it is a bit of a, you know,
Rivals.
Asian studio or whatever, a bit of a Japanese studio. So it does look like an anime. But the characters look good. The characters look good. 4v4. Can you speak on if that's been done before? I don't think it has.
I think the biggest I've ever seen in a fighting game is 2 assists per team, so 3 characters versus 3 characters.
Because
Marvel
I'm
vs.
not
Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
because I'm not
Dragon Ball Fighters.
a fighter guy, so I don't know much about much.
Yeah,
But a 4v4 seems kind of off the rails on the crazy train a bit.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
This was
Uh,
just announced a couple days ago too. So
huh. Yeah, that is an unbelievable number of characters. And the thing that here's where I'm at. I would be interested to see if 4v4 mode is actually just a 2-player game mode.
no, it's not. It's a two people are fighting. You have a team of 4.
Right. So it's like 2v2 where each of the 2 participants gets 2 characters.
No, each team has 4 characters that you can tag in, I believe.
Yeah, well, no, sure, I hear you about that, but I'm wondering how many people holding controllers are involved.
2.
And what I mean by that is famously League of Legends has a fighting game coming out, 2XKO, the worst name I've ever heard. But 2XKO is a 2 character versus 2 character game for 4 players. Like when you tag in your assist, you're actually tagging to player 2's controller and they take over the fight for you. So players 1 and 2 are fighting as players 3 and 4 with 4 characters as 2 teams of 2. So I would be interested to see if there is a version of 4v4 where it is actually players 1, 2, 3, and 4 using characters 1 and 2 for player 1, characters 3, 4 for player 2. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'd be
do
interested to see
hear what you're
that.
saying.
I would be fascinated to see what that is. Because if it's truly just 2 players with 4 characters each, it sounds to me like what will end up happening is that whoever touches the other guy first wins, because your combos will be infinite, just forever. Like, the balance of that scares me conceptually. I'd be fascinated to see what that looks like in execution.
Yeah, so
Um,
this is their statement, right? At its
yeah,
core, we felt the appeal of team versus fighting games is the intensity of battles with multiple characters on the screen at once. So their
okay.
whole idea is they want people bouncing off the screen constantly. So
That's crazy.
they're also their system behind this too is they want to there's like a switch mode or whatever they're gonna add where like for the casual it's just like an automatic thing, and then like for the good guys or the good people or whatever, you can switch that off and you can do it manually. You can do like manual combos, I guess, with other stuff. I don't know how it works. I'm not a fighting game guy. I'm just
Yeah. No, of course, of course, of course, of course. Right.
all these with these two ideas in mind, we concluded that creating a 4v4 team versus system would be the best way to not only create those over the top moments, but to further evolve the tag fighting genre. So this
Oh,
is assuming when I read all of this, it reads as two players fighting each other with a team of four each.
that's deeply concerning.
And who knows, it doesn't look like it's trying to be some like, the next doesn't look like it's trying to be the next like big, esport or whatever, but I imagine it'll try to be forced into that category, right? As a fighting
Well,
game.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, the characters look cool, but
Mm,
if the gameplay isn't cool, then
yeah. That is
how are we gonna do
concerning.
it?
I would probably say just off that statement, I wouldn't buy it. But I'll let them cook. I'll see what actually comes out of it, but that's concern. It's famously the same reason I didn't buy Mortal Kombat 1 is because it's a tag fighter. And I just know the way tag fighters develop nowadays is just so unfun and anti-interesting to me. Like if it's not a 1v1 fighter, I'm just not into it. But if that what'd you call it? Marvel Tokon?
Yeah, TOKONTO with the Hitler mustache over it.
Yeah. So it's like an elongated O. Tokon. That game, man, I would love, I would love, yo, I would love a Marvel only fighting game where I can just bust the shit up with Captain America. That'd be tight.
Captain
But yeah,
America
four
is
v
in the
four
game.
with full tags, probably a pass from your boy. If they have a 1v1 mode and that mode is like reasonable and queue times make sense, then like I'm into it. I'm interested. I'll let them cook. But that's concerning. That's concerning shit. Because you're not such a fighting game head, self-proclaimed not a fighting game head.
No,
So you might be unfamiliar with
I
the
couldn't be.
space.
Yeah.
Famously, in almost every fighting game that has ever had a tag system, that's maybe not super fair. In like 85 to 90% of fighting games with tag systems, at some point after players get a little better, the game devolves into who touches who first, you win.
Just like
That's it.
5v5 team shooters. Whoever can get their
It's so
abilities
much
off
worse.
faster. Well, it's all bad, but yes, I guess you
Yeah.
could be right. I feel that way with like Marvel Rivals. Everyone's
Yeah.
trying to be a fucking. Everyone's trying
Yeah,
to
I
get
don't
the
know enough
viral clip.
about. Well, that's true. I don't know enough about Marvel Rivals or the 5v5 team shooter space to like make a for sure equivalent in my mind. But like as you might be aware, in a fighting game, if you're getting attacked, your controls are locked out. You can't press anything. Like that's just how it works. You
Yeah, I don't
can't
know.
do anything.
I don't know anything about fighting games yet.
Some games have like a counter mechanic, like oh like you break out of things, like there's like a combo breaker system, like Killer Instinct or whatever. But
Hmm.
most of the time, if you're getting hit, your character goes into something called hit stun. And when you're in hit stun, you can't press buttons. And that's kind of the premise of how a combo works. So like if you use a move that stuns them for a long time, long enough for you to do another attack, that's a two-hit combo because you'll hit them twice. Um and then unfortunately, tag fighters like that, their combos go so long, go so far, the time between your assist coming in to extend your combo and then it being refreshed to use again is like dangerously close. And if you have two characters with assists, you can do like one long combo with your main character, do an assist before that ends, and then do that exact same long combo again. And then tag in your second assist and do that same really long combo again. And then you can end it with a super, which can usually be chained into your other two characters' supers, and you'll just kill someone full to dead. They don't get to play the game. They literally don't get to play. Like, you might as well go make a sandwich because your hands on the controller don't matter. And that is the most unfun shit imaginable. And the only people who really, really like that are people competing for money because there's a chance they can just lock people out and win and not have to worry about it. And hyper casuals who don't give a fuck about anything and they just button mash anyways. But yeah, anyone who's like in that middle ground where you're more than a casual, but you're not competing at Evo feels fucking terrible, man. Just feels really, really bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that does sound like it's not fun.
yeah. So I'd be fascinated to see how that goes. You know, I'd be fascinated to see what happens from that game. I hope that assists are not broken. I hope that you don't one shot everybody all the time. That'd be really cool. But I am concerned.
So another little tidbit here, a little
Yo,
this is more my news. This is more my speed. Very
oh sure.
sad for EA and the fans. So EA was contracted to make a couple Marvel games,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and their two games they were working on was an Iron Man game and a Black Panther game.
Yeah, I heard Black Panther got canceled, no?
Black Panther got canceled and the studio got shut down. The studio name was Cliffhanger Games. Just fucking canceled out and shut down. Now, the thing that was really sad about this Black Panther game, multiple characters could be played during it, but also they were working on a kind of Nemesis system. So, do you know about the Nemesis system at all? Do you
My
know?
understanding is that as you're playing, like the NPCs you kill, like start learning how to play against you.
Yes,
Like they
and
react to the way you play in some
sure.
capacity. I don't have any finer nuance to that, but I do know the concept.
So in certain ways, they learn how to play against you. They also promote from within. So in a situation where like you're in a big battle and maybe you kill this army, but like one or two guys escape, they then become like a general. They get upgraded within their own ranks, and they like start targeting you and start coming after you. And so you
Like they
have
remember.
they remember. Yeah, literally remember. So this
That's
was like
tight.
the Nemesis system, and WB had a patent on this for the longest time. Now I think the patent has since expired, or they've like released something with the patent has allowed other companies now to try to start doing them, and they were working on this Nemesis system, and it was going to be really cool. I think it was going to be really cool.
Okay. Okay.
And, EA in their infinite wisdom were like, single player games, fuck you guys, we're out.
Oh my god.
And yeah, they just shut down the whole thing. And I guess it is interesting to me that they chose Black Panther to make a game of when like the easy route could have just been just do like Captain America game, do a game of a hero
Sure.
that is like prolific in the like Iron Man, like that's like a just instant win, you know?
Well, sure.
Doing like an Iron Man instant
More
win,
mass appeal characters.
more massive. It's like if DC was like, "Hey, we're gonna do a Blue Beetle game." Like you could have just done like a Superman game or a Batman game and made
Yeah,
X.
Blue Beetle fans would be living, but most people are not Blue Beetle fans.
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
well, most people don't even know what Blue Beetle is, so it's like, there you go. Blue Beetle. You're
Oh
talking
my
about the
god.
Beetleborgs? Like, what are we talking about?
That's funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Beetleborgs
So,
Metallics. Oh my god.
so yeah, it's a tough thing to like sit there and fucking watch this shit happen. It makes me sad. The whole
Yeah.
studio gets shut down, and we're never gonna see like how crazy this game would have been. I really want more games with Nemesis system. We should have more RPGs with it. How do you feel about people like copywriting systems? Copywriting systems
You
seems
know,
fucking weird, huh? Like not IP, but we're talking about like a system.
right. Yeah, like copywriting the idea
Like if I
of
copywrote the idea of
Pokemon
someone
monster comes
wearing,
out of ball.
if you and I copywrote the idea of you wear, like no one can wear cat ears and a fatal cutie hat. and I can't wear no one else can wear a Dead by Daylight hat.
You
Kind of
know,
weird, huh?
I think there are some times where it makes sense, and I think most times it doesn't.
And that's the
And I
tough
think,
part. If most
yeah,
times it doesn't make sense, then none of it should make sense.
yeah,
Like you can't say like in law or whatever, you can't be like, well, this system can do it, but like other systems, it's either
right,
like everyone can do
yeah,
this or everyone can't do this,
yeah.
and that's
I think
tough.
because most times it doesn't make sense, it probably shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah,
But it is frustrating because sometimes it does make sense.
because I'm not saying a company should come out and be like, look at our blue Pikachu, it's Bluey Chew.
Anything but the Bluey
and
Chew.
it'll help you with your
Yeah. Were you in the Pokemon space in the 2000s, like early 2000s, like into 99?
I've never been in the Pokemon space other than just mindlessly playing games as a kid.
That is so funny. Meryl got leaked from Generation 2 really early,
Uh,
and people started calling it Pika Blue because it looked like a little blue Pikachu.
that's funny.
Yeah, I thought maybe you were doing a riff on that just now, but
No.
no, you just went Bluey Chew completely happenstantially. That's really funny.
Chew, I'm just making fun of like ED medication. Blue Chew, Blue Chew. You
True.
know, Pikachu, Blue Chew. So like companies shouldn't be able to do that, right? Like you shouldn't have a mobile game, Legion Soul Fighters X, and then like it's Thrall from WoW, or like, you know, Noelle from League of Legends, or fucking Noelle from League of Legends, Noelle from
Genshin
Genshin
Impact, yeah.
Impact, or like Lux from League. You know, like you shouldn't have games that can do that. It's like Lux.
Copyrighted IP makes lots and lots of sense.
It's like Lux, and we add an E at the end, Lamau. it's like it's like a new
True,
character,
yeah, or two X's.
yeah, or it's like Thrall with like 4 L's. Like, come on, like
Her name is Lucks. Lux. Yeah.
So like IP in that sense, copyright makes sense, but like a game system is. So, what game system in your mind makes sense for?
Sure, right. I've famously been like pro like copywriting the Pokeball system. I think was good. That made sense. Like when you hit it like with like you toss out the ball and the Pokemon comes out and now they're walking at your side. That should be a Pokemon thing. Because I don't see a world where anyone ever has the idea to use that system that isn't just trying to be Pokemon really hard. I don't think that's a thing you could ever use in good faith.
I think
Is what I'm saying.
copywriting the IP of like a Pokeball, like a spherical object that holds a character in it,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But like the system of throwing a thing and something coming out, I don't think that's copyrightable. Like,
Yeah.
if I throw a
No,
if I'm
yeah.
like Gambit and I throw a deck of cards and a monster comes out, that's fine. Like, but the Pokeball, I shouldn't have a ball, and I shouldn't.
Yeah, like famously,
throw
and,
it.
and people like this game for so I understand I'm treading on ice here, but famously, if you're throwing a pal sphere to summon your pal to your side, you
Notoriously,
hit him with a fucking
500 hours for you.
little over, yeah, little over, yeah,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah, so like I don't think Nintendo should be able to come for them for that. But if they notoriously one for one stole like an IP element where it was like, okay, dude, why is your main character Ash but like different colors? You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Why is the hat little sideways and has a little
Sure.
mark
Well,
on it?
again,
And, you know.
they kind of did do that though with the monsters, and Nintendo didn't even go after them for it. It's just the ball thing, which I think is
Well, I don't
maybe a
think
little too light.
Well, I think they didn't go after them because of the monsters, because they didn't do it with the monsters. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
there's no meat
I
on the
don't.
bones.
I
there.
don't know what you mean.
Well, because Nintendo.
You're mistaken.
No. Here's the thing: if Nintendo
Anubis
had,
is absolutely Lucario. For sure.
not really. I mean, because here's the thing:
Yeah.
if they had meat on the bone there, they would have sued him. Like, Nintendo's not gonna pass
No.
up an opportunity.
No, I don't think so.
Ugh, that's tough.
I don't think so. Because the way Japanese court works, especially for copyright law, you only sue if you know you'll win, not
Yeah.
if there's a pretty good chance you'll win.
Yeah.
And I think that the number of monsters that are not copies
Yeah.
probably outweighed the number of monsters that are copies.
So they wouldn't have won.
So there's a chance they wouldn't have, even
Yeah.
though with some monsters it's very blatant. Like Verdash is notably just actually fucking green Scorbunny. Not Scorbunny, but the evolution. I forget his name.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? But they wouldn't
We
have
do
won.
with eyeballs.
They
We know.
don't think they
We
don't
know.
think.
With
Well, the
eyes.
thing is, again, they didn't sue because they wouldn't have won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have not won because Pal World didn't do it. They wouldn't have won because they probably didn't have the availability to say, hey, this one monster's a problem.
Mm.
It probably has to be a more blanket thing, and they wouldn't hold water relative to the grand Pokedex in total.
Sure, but in the
a couple of
end,
those dudes are just yoinked. If you don't think Anubis is Lucario, you are actually in bad faith. You're just being a goofball. You're lying to be a problem. That's crazy.
I don't
Like
know.
if you think that
hey,
Verdash guy isn't what's the evolution of fucking Scorbunny called?
I don't know. I do
I
not.
literally forget. That's funny. I was just talking. I'm trying so hard to not say Rapidash, and that's actually
Yeah,
super
definitely.
not right.
I'm not a fucking Pokemon guy, but I
Yeah.
definitely know it's not Rapidash.
Yeah, that name was stuck in my head for some reason. I couldn't shake it. But
Yeah, it's tough.
Cinderace is literally just Verdash is just green Cinderace. It's almost 1-to-1.
But you would think if they actually blatantly did it, then Pokemon Company would just win. But
no, I don't think that. Law doesn't work that way, unfortunately. It's usually not that
yeah, it's tough.
easy.
Yeah, it's tough. Because what's Lucario based
In America,
off of?
that'd work. In America, that'd work. A dog.
Well, I mean, Egypt needs to sue Pokemon Company then.
A dog. Well, but Lucario is not based on Anubis, the god from Egypt. He's just a dog guy. He's just a furry dog man.
Yeah, I
Anubis is
say
a whole other
everything in
thing.
good faith. So let's be clear. I'm usually good faith around here, you know.
Usually it's true. That's true.
Yeah, usually
You're right
it's
about
true. You definitely
Yeah, that is
are
true.
a Pokemon stan. Yeah, I don't know if I believe they should be able to copyright systems. It's tough because then you end up with a situation like we just talked about with WB patenting this whole Nemesis system, and then like no one being able to use this cool RPG system, and then notoriously WB using it in 2 games and being like, okay, well,
Right.
we're not going to make any games with it.
We do hate to see that.
It's like you're holding the game industry at ransom at that point. And like they're not the only ones who've done it too. Let's be so for real. Other companies have patented even crazier shit. Like I don't know, you don't know about the like Activision patents where they basically patented a way to matchmake people who don't pay for stuff versus people who buy stuff from the store to then make more people want to buy stuff from the store. So if you have a game where like you can buy guns and stuff or skins, they'll match you with more people who have bought skins and guns to then make you want to buy games and guns or skins and guns. Like there are these crazy patents out there that are like, this shouldn't exist.
Insane. That's crazy.
Either if it does exist, then the patent should be for a less amount of time than it is currently.
Oh, I see.
Because like, so Pokemon patents the Pokeball. You're only going to hold that for so long till it becomes, unless they start tweaking stuff. I think if you tweak the patent, then you can just keep it rolling forever.
Oh, sure.
Because it has to become public domain at some point. Because that's the whole point of, right? Like that's the whole point of it.
Sort of. Oh, public domain's a long time. It's like 75 years.
Well, notoriously, WB's like it hasn't been 75 years since. I think it's different.
Like Winnie the Pooh just entered public domain like 2 years ago, I think. And Winnie the Pooh's from what, like the 30s or some shit? Mickey Mouse entered public domain early 20s, I want to say. Early 2020s.
So it's about 20 years. It's about 20 years for game system patents. It's different for every type of thing.
Oh, sure.
So you can only hold a game system patent for 20 years. And then I believe like if you tweak it, then you have the ability to change that patent. Then it becomes another 20 years.
Oh.
But if you opt
in.
And
then that Nemesis system thing is like,
I guess they just,
2005?
Either they just opted in to not change it or they just forgot about it. And it just, like, once it becomes public domain, there's nothing you can do.
Right.
So.
No, I'm saying that was like, what, 2005 or something with that? came out?
Oh, something like that. Maybe a little long, a little maybe.
Like early 2000s type
Yeah,
beat.
sometime in there.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I see,
like
I see, I see.
specifically for game systems, it's 20 years for this particular conversation. Like, yeah, like Mickey Mouse and all that other stuff that falls into another thing. And that is I can find.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh finally entered public domain, and then we
Yeah.
got Pooh, Blood and Honey, that slasher movie.
Yeah, if you go to the US Copyright Office.gov or whatever, they give you a whole list of like how long things happen for and whatever.
Yeah. It's it's an interesting thing. I think I think my whole thing about that is that, like, where I say it makes sense sometimes and most of the time it doesn't. I think every time where it's like a back end system that affects gameplay, but like kind of invisibly, like Nemesis system, no, that's never going to be a time where someone copies that. Um, and you think to yourself visually, like, oh, they're trying to be this other IP. You know what I mean? It just can't happen. It's too in the back. You don't watch that take. It'd be like if you tried to copyright like opening a menu. There is no time you'd open a menu and think, oh, this other game has menus. That doesn't really happen like that. But I think the idea of like Ash throwing a Pokeball and Pikachu comes out or whatever, Charmander comes out, it's so ingrained in pop culture of like, go! And you fucking get your like Charizard out and all that shit. That's so deep in the public mind that I don't think there is a time where a game could ever have guy throws ball monster comes out that doesn't evoke Pokemon's imagery. I don't think that could ever be the case. Like plus like you think about the games that have those kinds of things where you catch a monster and release it with a item. Some of them there are some Pokemon catcher games that you don't release it by throwing a thing, Monster Rancher, right? And no one's being like, damn, Monster Rancher's Pokemon. I don't think anyone's ever said that. I would hope no one's ever said that. Digimon, probably no one's ever said, hey, the Digivice is a Pokeball. I don't think that's ever come up.
Well, if you could imagine.
But then when you see like Nexomon and Koromon and Temtem,
you know
like,
what's
okay, fellas.
You know what's interesting? If what you were saying was actually true, the world would be a lot better of a place. But let me tell you, it gets bad.
Oh no. Did people say Digivices are Pokeballs? Did they say that?
No, I'm not even talking about that. You're talking about specifically like, hey, I'm sure the only things that are getting patented are like things.
No, I'm not saying. Whoa, hold up.
No. What you're saying is basically like in your thought process, it's like the only things that should be patented are like something that shows, like if you saw that thing, you'd be like, oh, that's Pokemon, or oh, that's something else.
Yeah, that's the time where legally I think it should be allowed to be copywritten,
Now,
but because it applies to all that other stuff, I think all of it should just go.
Yeah.
Like just throw it all out, that none of it should be allowed to be copywritten.
Now,
but I think that should though, that kind of instance, that should be though.
Take a couple guesses at some other things that have been copywritten in the past. I'll say a game and you'll tell me what's copywritten in it. That's a good game.
Okay.
It's a fun game.
Oh, I like this game.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
We're talking about IP, or not IP patents, but game system patents. Crazy Taxi. What is the patent in here? Yeah, in a crazy fashion, if you can imagine.
In a crazy fashion. Is the system that's copywritten in that the idea of picking up NPCs and delivering them places?
No, it's
surely
even
not.
more
That's
diabolical.
too common.
Yeah.
What is the actual copywritten thing?
It's the arrow navigation system above the car. That system was copywritten. No other game could do that.
I'll tell you what. Can I say this?
Tell me.
They did the world a favor because that shit was ass and hideous. They locked away a great evil, and I think that's a sacrifice that should be commended. Good for them.
It is.
Give me a fucking compass instead.
It is
I'm glad
free
they did
now.
that.
People can do that now. It is free.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The arrow above the car.
Yeah.
Wow. Funny.
We'll do another one. Well, actually,
I don't think that should be copywritten. By the way, the arrow above the car. I think that should not be copywritten.
Sure. Namco Games. So not just one specific game, but like
Just
Namco.
every Namco
Yeah.
game ever?
What do you think their mainstay copywritten feature would be?
I don't even know what Namco games share a system across every Namco game.
It doesn't have to share a system, but they can potentially put this in any of their games because they hold the copyright for it. So look up Namco games.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Games developed specifically by Namco,
Yeah.
not games that were pushed by Namco as publisher.
No, it would have to be like
Yeah,
games they had a stake in. Yeah.
right,
It's because it's
right,
their
right,
patent.
right.
So I imagine if they are publishing a game, they could allow the game to use its patent, but I imagine
I mean,
specifically.
Namco's been an arcade group for a really long time. I can think of I'm trying to think of things that are Namco. I'm trying to think of things that aren't Namco. Namco games certainly like a type like entering your name on a leaderboard has been in many games that are not Namco.
Yep. True.
Certainly just getting points for things and having a listed score has been in a bunch of games that are not Namco. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What is a common theme of Namco games
You ready?
that is not in other games?
You ready?
Yeah, I have no idea. I couldn't even begin.
Loading screen mini games in games as a
Oh,
patent.
that's Namco.
Is a
That
patent
Namco
they hold.
specifically, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Patent 5718632.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. Loading screen mini games. Copyright hold from Namco.
No, they
Huh.
didn't copy. Google didn't copy them because again, it has to be a mini game within a game. Loading screen. Patents are specific things. So patents are for specific systems within specific parameters. So anything outside of those parameters would not be considered patent infringing, right?
That's so interesting. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh. Do we miss that, by the way? Were we a fan of that? Loading screen mini games?
I don't really care either way. I'll be honest. That's not
Me
something
either.
I really care about.
I don't think that should be copywritten, to be clear, but also I kind of don't care.
I think if more games had mini games during loading screens, well, first of all, we're in a situation where loading screens just shouldn't be a thing anymore. Should just be instant, if not very minimal.
It should be so close to instant.
The loading screen mini games were for when loading screens were fucking like 5 minutes.
Right.
You know?
I'll tell you what, Metroid Prime 1 on the GameCube handled loading screens in a very interesting way. If you were ever using an elevator that was like to take you to a new zone, the loading screen was like Samus briefly stepping onto and taking the elevator, and that little movie of her taking the elevator was the loading screen. So it wasn't just like a black now loading screen, you know what I mean? Like it kind of felt like, oh, this is a natural progression of the world. Of course you have to wait for an elevator. Like you were still kind of in there.
Yeah. Now this...
It's weird people don't integrate better.
Now this you will find, I think, just shocking and diabolical all the way around. BioWare.
I'm excited.
Another full
BioWare.
Full
BioWare.
Encompassing, I'm assuming we can look at Mass Effect, for example. What would be a BioWare thing that they would copyright, make a patent on? I say copyright, but I mean patent.
I'm trying to think of things that were even done by BioWare. I didn't play a lot of BioWare.
Like Mass Effect.
So the Mass Effect, so Dragon's
a lot
Age did,
of RPGs.
Yeah.
A lot of RPGs where you have to select a certain response, and then that response means something down the line.
Yeah, it's like the choices matter dialogue games like that. But certainly other games have that, so that's not the one. Unless BioWare did Detroit Become Human, which would be very funny. But
Yeah.
Is it did they patent the concept? Well, certainly not, because again, Detroit Become Human exists.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Is Detroit Become Human a BioWare game?
Detroit Become Human?
Yeah.
I don't
Is that a
think
BioWare?
so.
I don't think so. I don't think it
No,
is.
Quantum Dream.
That's what I thought. Okay, so it's not dialogue trees, and it's probably not like characters reacting to your dialogue tree.
Dialogue tree adjacent, if you could imagine.
Is it?
Yeah. You know what it is?
Is it the is it the way it looks? Is it like the circle thing
It's the
of dialogue
dialogue
options at the
wheel.
bottom?
The dialogue
That's
wheel
so
was patented.
funny.
The way they show you the dialogue is a
Yeah, instead of
patent
having
held by
dialogue
BioWare.
options, you have like the little wheel down there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yes.
Hmm.
What a weird thing to patent. What a weird thing to get a patent on too.
If I were let's say I were a person who just kind of knew about Dragon Age and Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Maybe I've played a couple of minutes. Maybe I rented it from Hollywood Video. You know, whatever it was back in like 2006 or whatever when the first one came out. If I was a person who just kind of like hung out and played a little Mass Effect and played a little bit of other game that we just said Dragon Age, and I saw another game have a dialogue wheel at the bottom, would I say to myself, "Oh, this is trying to be Mass Effect really hard"? Would I say that? I think I might. I think I might say that. I'm gonna tell you what, that one might be borderline for me. That might be a reasonable copyright.
Which the
I'm on the
wheel?
fence about it. Yeah, the wheel one. That might be reasonable for me.
Why?
Because I don't know if there's lots of games where I can see having dialogue with choices and it affects the outcome, and that's fine. But if I was like a person who knew Mass Effect and knew Dragon Age and I played some other unrelated game
Well, I
that
don't
was
know
in
if it
that
was in Mass.
sphere,
I don't know if it was in Dragon Age. It's mainly used in Mass
or you know,
Effect.
whatever
Yeah.
game. I think if I was playing and I saw that like dialogue wheel at the bottom, my first thought wouldn't be my first thought would be, "Oh, this wants to be Mass Effect." I think I would think that. And I think if a thing is such a if a thing evokes that response of, "Oh, this wants to be that other thing," they're trying to line. Like I said, that's borderline for me. I could see that going either way. I still don't think it should be copyrighted, but I think it might be reasonable if it was.
Interesting.
Might be. I'm not decided, but I'm leaning maybe reasonable.
So Eternal Darkness is a one. This patent is expired now though, but this was a patent.
Sanity's Requiem for GameCube?
Yes, Eternal Darkness.
Oh my
From
god.
developer Silicon Knights.
Yeah.
This one seems insane because it just doesn't seem like you should be able to copyright this, but
That's very funny.
all of these seem very insane to me, but that's just my position on it. But yeah, so it's a system they tried to copyright and they got the copyright for it and it is now expired.
They got the copyright for it.
Yeah.
Is it the sanity meter?
It is the sanity system. It's not even the meter, it's the whole system.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like
Yeah.
like when you go crazy and you start seeing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Interest. The sanity system. How do I feel about that copyright? Is that reasonable or nah? I assume that's everything that goes along with it. So probably like the meter, the effects themselves, conceptually, not the specific ones, but conceptually. Could I play another game with a sanity meter and sanity effects and not say, wow, this is just a clone of Eternal Darkness? Could I say that? I think based on the way it's executed, I probably could say that. I think I could say, hey, this isn't just a clone. So I want to say that one's unreasonable.
Yeah.
For me, that doesn't make that much sense.
Notoriously, WoW has a sanity feature that was implemented after this patent expired. WoW is also
That's funny.
WoW also has in the newest zone, the Undermine, we get like a goblin car and it goes really fast. There are quests they did where it gives you the they built in specifically for these quests the crazy taxi arrow as like a Easter egg.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah. Okay,
Huh.
so this one is a little niche. You probably don't even know what this game is. It's called The Medium.
The
Yeah.
Medium, based on the hit show The Medium.
You take the role of Marianne, who can control the real world and the spirit world. That's all I'll give you.
Take control of.
So it's like a spiritual like a
Oh, this is like a newer game, eh?
this is a newer game
2021,
from like
wow.
the yeah. The
I
patent's
see.
not new. It's been around since 2016.
Oh,
The patent was filed in
The- the-
2016, but they haven't used it till now.
I see. So, was this game in development for that long, or is this something that was patented just like in case?
The patent was filed in 2016 and they've used it in the medium. So I guess they just were holding this. So like, I guess it has to be also said, you can just patent an idea. So a lot of these patents get patented first and then they come out with like, put it in the game, right? So a patent doesn't have to be something that already exists. It's like a, hey, we can do this. Here we go. I'm sure they have to make maybe a tech demo for it to make sure it works or whatever, if it's worth patenting.
Sure,
But
sure,
yeah.
sure.
So in this case, it happened in
Interesting.
2016. And then the game
She
came out.
controls the spirit world, eh?
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at some gameplay here,
Yeah.
and I see there's like a spiral staircase that's like broken, and then in the spirit world it's like not
Sure.
broken. I'm imagining there must be something where like the way you interact with stuff in the spirit world fixes or changes the normal world that allows you to progress.
Dual reality
And if-
gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
right.
what you do in the real world affects the spirit world, but you're playing there simultaneously. So therefore,
Yeah, you don't just flip back
Yeah,
and forth. You
you're
are
literally
literally
in there.
standing in
Mhm.
both, looking at both.
yeah, that is,
Yeah.
and that's interesting. That's cool. To be copywritten is kind of fucking weird, but you know, whatever, you know, it happens.
I think I'm kind of here for that one, actually. That's such a specific mechanic that if another game did that, I don't think there's a way they could do it without trying to be that game. That's real specific. Like, certainly there's games where you flip between Light World, Dark World. Metroid Prime 2 does that. There was
Sure.
a mini game in Genshin that did that.
Apex Legends.
Yeah,
Not-
flipping between Light
No,
World, Dark World,
Apex
Legend of Zelda.
Legends didn't do that. I'm just saying the next game, Apex Legends.
I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Oh, that's very funny. But yeah, I definitely see a world where it makes sense to copyright that one.
Apex Legends, the battle royale shooter. What are you thinking? What could be copywritten
Apex
in that?
Legends Battle Royale shooter. Apex Legends. Well, it's a hero shooter.
Mhm.
There's plenty of hero shooters. I don't know if there's another hero BR. I
Yeah.
kind of think there isn't.
Yeah.
Let me think for a minute. Let me ponder. Let me ponder.
Sure.
I'm thinking. I'm running my brain a little bit. I'm burning the midnight oil in my brain a little bit. What does Fortnite do that overlaps with Apex? Basically everything except the hero powers. Fortnite has the building. I want to say Apex Legends, if they have a copyright on anything, it must be something very like invisible, some like system mechanic thing that you don't like look at per
I
se.
see. Interesting concept.
I'm imagining it probably is like picking up a homie and reviving them or something, right? Or like recovering like the soul of a dead guy.
No. Apex Legends has a copyright on their ping system.
The ping.
Specifically because they have a lot of options for players with cognitive disabilities and also hearing impairments.
Wait, this one sounds like it's gonna get kind of evil, actually.
It is pretty evil, yeah. Because that's exactly,
Wait.
yeah, they copywrote a bunch of I keep saying copyright patent. It's a patent, not a copyright.
Yeah,
It's a patent.
I keep saying copyright too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So they've patented.
Yes.
They patented
To protect their
types of
innovations.
visual ping. Yeah, types of ping
Mhm.
that are beneficial
To-
visually or otherwise to
The cognitively
Like,
impaired and the visually
yeah.
impaired. Or the hearing impaired, I'm sorry.
Wow. So they literally are copywriting or patenting. So we keep doing it. They're patenting accessibility features. That's insane.
That's EA.
That's crazy.
That's EA for
Wow.
you.
That one's bad. They shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. So like I said, there's a couple of times where I can see where it would make sense to copyright or patent a thing. I get it. Patenting a system sometimes makes sense to me. But most of these do not. Most of these don't. That's crazy. But yeah, if it has to be black and white, you either can or cannot patent system mechanics. You can't, shouldn't. Get rid of it.
Okay.
That said, I do think it makes sense.
Now we're going to run through a segment I like to call, is it a patent or is it not? It's a little speed round.
Ooh, okay,
It's a little speed round.
Yep.
Pokemon spawn rate.
Spawn rate?
Yes.
Like the number on screen at a time?
The spawn rate of which Pokemon spawn, yes.
I'm not sure what that means in the context of knowing how Pokemon works. I want to say it's not a patent.
It's a patent, yeah.
Wow.
The likelihood of a character to appear on a screen in a particular territory in the time of day. That is patented.
Oh. So, not the spawn rate exactly, but like
the
I
rate
see.
at which a Pokemon appears in a zone at a given time. That is a patent.
Interesting.
Let's see. Skylanders. Well, yeah, of course we know that's a patent.
Well, like the amiibos
yeah.
thing, but it's not amiibos though. Yeah.
Wow, the fucking what's happening?
What is happening?
I thought I found. Never mind.
Oh my god. Audio listeners, I also don't know.
The website broke.
Audio listeners, the website broke. Okay.
It was like one of those things where you click into it and it drops the thing down and keeps dropping it, but it didn't keep dropping. That was it. That was a fast speed round, guys.
What we said was a speed round. Boy, it was quick. Interesting. Huh. So like not like the appearance rate, like the way they load into it. Like I was thinking that meant like the rate at which they popped onto the screen.
No.
But you mean like the idea that Chansey can only show up in the Safari Zone 15% of the time, or the idea that Drowsy only shows up at these ruins at night.
Yeah,
that's patented.
The system at which a Pokemon appears at night, or its spawn rate for it to show up, essentially.
So surely that's part of the lawsuit against Palworld then, because there's day and night zone specific pals.
Well, I think they don't hold that anymore. I think that patent's kind of gone and done.
That one expired.
It was, but like they can't hold the monopoly on things spawning at a given time. That's crazy. Well, I think
sounds like legally they can't.
I think though Palworld gets away from it because characters don't spawn, they're in the world running around. Pokemon, you're running through the grass and then they spawn. You know what I mean? It's different in that way. I think it's
the older Pokemon, I guess, yeah.
So the
modern Pokemon doesn't do that.
Well, yeah, modern Pokemon wouldn't be under that like patent though. Yeah, because it's specifically for those Game Boy games.
So it's like the older.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Huh. You know what's really crazy? Some of these game peripheral patents, like temperature haptic controls for PlayStation.
Temperature haptic controls.
I don't think we ever got one. But yeah, it's a patent that was filed in 2020, I think.
Okay, wait. So what is a temperature haptic control?
I don't think we know much because we've never
Like
seen it.
like if your hands are hot, the game
I
changes.
don't. It's just a company that's reporting on patents that companies are filing, and Sony has a bunch that are like really insane. It's for a PS5's DualSense controller, but I don't think it ever came out. Like I don't think we ever got anything with temperature haptic controls. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I guess it should be said
Weird.
like companies can just patent stuff and then we never see it. Like that also happens.
True.
Like if they
True.
just are they're never able to like make it into something, it just like Sony having a temperature haptic controller doesn't mean we see a temperature haptic controller. It's just something they had an idea for and they patented it. And maybe it's there,
Hmm.
maybe it's not, who knows. Kind of interesting though.
Hmm.
What
I do
else?
wonder. I wonder if there is a world where like certain game system patents can exist and others are like not allowed.
Oh, here's one
I
that's
guess it really
interesting.
has to be a yes or no thing, huh?
Here's one that's
Yeah, what's up?
interesting. Okay, here's another one. Um, flight mouse controls for airplanes in games. A current patent that expires in 2033, held by
Mouse controls for
Gaijin
planes.
Entertainment.
Fuck is Gaijin Entertainment?
I can tell you here in a minute.
Have they, what are the, oh, did they do
War
the
Thunder.
yeah, got it. Huh.
So they actually
And they hold
hold
a
a
patent
patent.
on controlling a plane with a
Yeah, with
mouse?
a mouse. Like
Wow.
a mouse.
That's a good patent to have. That's a strong patent. God damn. Interesting. Huh. I'm trying to think of like
Rocksmith also controlling a game with a real guitar. Patent expires in a couple years, actually, 2029.
Is that why there's no more Guitar Hero
Owned by
games?
Ubisoft. Well, no, specifically Guitar Hero doesn't use a real guitar. You
Oh, it has the 5 buttons.
guitar. So you have you heard of Rocksmith?
No, I know Rock Band.
Rocksmith was the game where you like control the game with your guitar. You like plug your guitar into a thing that plugs into the console, and then it like
Oh, we mean like an actual
rock
real
the
world with
game.
strings, like a
Yes, the
real
game
guitar for
Rocksmith.
real.
Yes, totally different from
Whoa.
Rock Band and Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero use
'Cause
a
I know that
guitar looking controller that has buttons.
right.
Rocksmith, you use your real guitar.
Well, Rock Band had one with strings, but it was like they were weird strings though.
Wasn't a real guitar.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I don't mean a controller that might
But
have some strings or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Right,
yeah.
right.
That expires soon.
Wow.
That's by
Interesting.
Ubisoft.
Huh. I bet guitar heads love that game.
You know, if I was a guy, if I was a thinking man, I would patent these things and then I would lease them to companies to use for money. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Well,
Of course.
if I were these companies, I wouldn't be doing it
Hell
to
yeah.
control monopoly. I'd be doing it to like, oh, you want to use a Pokeball in your game? All right, $1,000 for day. Fuck ass.
$1,000 a day. Oh my god.
$1,000 an
That's
hour.
crazy. Oh my god.
Simulating a rock band, owned by Harmonix for the
No
game
shit.
Rock Band in Guitar Hero. Well, no, Rock Band, because Guitar Hero doesn't simulate a band; it just simulates a like guitar or whatever. Specifically, guitar and bass. Rock Band was the one that did everything. Man, fuck EA for that. EA holds that patent until 2039, by the way. Those mechanics to help people out in you know, with hearing disabilities and whatnot.
Yeah, it's that the one where they where Apex Legends has a patent on accessibility features for a ping system. That's certainly the most diabolical one.
Yeah.
That's like actually like real world damaging evil for real.
Yeah. Yeah, then there's like the Nemesis system, which is like the keystone of everyone's like list. That patent expires in 2036, and it's only been used in one game, Shadow of War. And because Warner Brothers Studios is defunct and sold out, I think Warner Brothers just holds the patent, and like no one can use that patent system. So the
I'm
specific
gonna ask an
Nemesis system.
insane. I'm gonna ask an insane question. Did that game do well? Clearly not, right? The studio fucked up.
No, Shadow of War did really well, and then they
Did it?
did
Oh,
a
okay.
bunch of. Who did Shadow of War specifically? Hold, please.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Huh. That is interesting. I did not foresee this being a thing. Interesting. Did you know Behavior Interactive was one of the two developers for Shadow of Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor?
Behavior?
Behavior Interactive,
DBD?
the Behavior. So funny.
From Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. I don't know what they
I'll
developed
tell
on
you
that
what.
game.
That is insane to me, but it makes me feel like that game doesn't work.
It did do really well. It was a really good game. That series was really good. I don't think Monolith had a lot of good releases after. So you know what they did? You know what I think it was? So they tried to shoehorn microtransactions in the Shadow of War. It didn't do well. It was very mixed in the beginning. But
Sure.
they stripped all of that out at some point and they did like a re-release of it. And it's like 4.5 stars.
Hey, not bad.
So they did really
Out
well.
of 5, I'm assuming.
Out of 5, yeah. In that game, so it's in the Middle Earth series. Shadow of War is the second game developed by Monolith. Okay, so Monolith Productions, I think, doesn't exist anymore. And Monolith Productions did games such as Fear, FEAR, and like ... whatever. They only did 4 games. What?
Fear was bad. So if that was one of the 4 games, I see why the studio went away. That game was not good.
Well, it's also like a fucking WB Warner Brothers Games company. Yeah, so I guess they only did 4 games. That's kind of funny. Huh. Okay. I thought they would have had a more robust... Man, you know what? There should be laws against bigger companies buying out game companies. Because, man, I mean, you know, like, you remember Firaxis, right? Firaxis being like SimCity, like...
I've literally never heard of Firaxis in my life.
Oh my god. So EA bought Firaxis.
Okay. To be clear, I agree with you. Before you say anything else, yeah,
big
companies shouldn't be able to just buy.
Firaxis. Their logo looked like a galaxy.
I believe you. But yeah, I agree with you. Big companies should not be able to buy small studios. That was the death of Mortal Kombat.
I lied.
Shit tilts me.
For some reason, for everyone forgive me. I watched a it's Maxis. Firaxis is like Civilization and stuff. I'm shooting myself. I watched a video on
Maxis
on Civilization last night, and it was so Maxis is the game company that did like The Sims, SimCity, even like Spore, stuff like that, right? Maxis gets bought by EA and gutted. Like just fucking gutted.
Okay.
And now we're in a hellscape of Sims 4.
That's
but Maxis like doesn't exist in the way it used to. It's just EA Maxis. It's not, it's just a team name now. It's not the actual company,
I'll tell you what.
So sad.
It's worth noting that like big companies shouldn't be able to buy up small studios like that, but that small studio sold. You know what I mean? It wasn't like against their will. They sold, and fuck them for that.
I sometimes wonder, like, if I was in the same position, what would I do? And I'm like, That money.
You take the
I take
bag.
the shmoney. But I also would take
You
the
take the
money and
bag.
just make a new studio and hire everyone back. I feel like. I'd be like, guys, here what we're gonna
Well,
do.
it probably isn't that much money.
Yeah, well, hiring everybody back, I imagine. Like, here's what I would do. I would take the shmoney. I'd be like, hey, yeah, you want to own Sims? All right, fuck them. Hey guys, we're selling to EA. You know, hey, but if you guys, don't want to work there, I'm making a new studio. Come hang out. We got the bag, boys.
No, I assume there has to be a part of the
yeah.
contract that disallows that.
I imagine. But no one's going to stop me from sending a secret little Slack memo that deletes after like a couple hours,
No, I mean like the person that sold probably can't make another studio legally.
Oh, I would imagine I would work that in the contract somehow. I'm not going to
probably have
non-compete
like a
with
thing.
myself. Fuck you for that,
Yeah, there's probably like non-compete stuff.
No,
where, like,
if I'm
you're not
selling
allowed
my
to
studio, you're
whatever,
not
blah,
getting
blah, blah.
me. Like what's his face?
That's funny.
The Activision CEO. They were just like, "Hey, could you like just not work with us anymore? Can you just leave? Can we just give you a bunch of money to like not work here anymore?"
I would say yes to that. I'm like, yeah, you bet.
It's in like, he settled out of court. So this is like, these are real things that happened. He threatened and tried to hire someone to kill his like assistant or something. He was like, I have enough money to just kill you. It's insane. They settled out of court.
But was he wrong financially?
Was he wrong financially? No, I guess not. Oh man, that is fucking tough, dude.
He shouldn't have said it, but at least he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
At least he's an honest guy.
Like, when you have enough money and your threats become like, I could hire a hit on you right now. I could kill you in your sleep.
I have enough money to kill you is so funny. That's a really funny threat. I have enough money to kill you. That's kind of tight. He shouldn't be saying that, to be clear. He shouldn't be saying that. But as far as death threats go, that's a tight one.
Well, he was also like involved in like covering up the sexual harassment stuff going on in like Blizzard and Activision and stuff. Yeah, he was kind of like HR, can we just like get rid of these people? The ones complaining, Lamau, can we just like like, can we just
well, to be fair, that's HR's job, but also, no, I can't get behind that.
But he was also like, those things we need to do, those deep dives into what's going on. Can we just not do those? Can we just get rid of the problem? Can we just get rid of the problem? You know what I mean? Can we get rid of the
Sure.
Can we get rid of the tattletales in here? Like, that's insane, dude.
All their Randalls with their notepads. Sure.
Oh,
of course.
Man. When you got that kind of money, that's tough.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
He's just not a good guy. Not a good guy.
Not a
good man.
Still a tight threat, though.
Yeah, still a tight, like, I have enough money to fucking end your life.
It reminds me, I've talked about this publicly before. I don't think I mentioned it on the pod, though. I one time had a guy message me on Insta.
Mm-hmm.
I got a message request that said, "Kill yourself, weird motherfucker."
Yes.
That's the whole thing. That's all it said. And the reason that sticks out in my mind isn't because he said kill yourself, because like I grew up in gaming lobbies. I'm not affected by that. That doesn't matter to me. But the reason it stuck in my mind, the guy's instant name was Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man.
Oh, I see. He's a Pizza Cats.
And I think about that all the time. The homie said, Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man. Whose profile picture was Dante from Devil May Cry 5, to be clear. See. But my man, Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man said, kill yourself, weird motherfucker. And I just have to hold that L. You know what I mean?
Like, you can't.
Like, how are you going to get on the shit list with Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man? That's crazy. That's like, what did I do to Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man of all people? Fuck.
You existed. Sometimes it's just existing. You can imagine.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to offend somebody, all you got to do is breathe. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sometimes not even that bad. Not even that heavy. You don't even have to breathe heavy. Just being alive is just tough.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be tough. It shouldn't be a thing. But Dog.
I struggle with it every day.
That's
I
it.
wake up, I'm like, I'm alive. What will happen today?
Struggle with it every day. Listen,
You know what I
dog.
mean?
If one thing can be taken away from this podcast, not this episode, but just the whole body of
Sure.
work, if one
Sure.
thing can be taken away, just do what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Just live your
Live your
life.
life.
Just show up, buy a coffee, buy an apple fritter, do like, furry art on Twitter or whatever, make your bag. Don't let people bug you. You know what I'm saying?
True. True.
Just do what you're gonna do. Play your games, live your life, go to work, keep your head down, just do your shit. And don't worry about if you're offending somebody just living. Cause like fuck them. They're gonna be offended either way.
Buy
It's
primo
all good.
gems, do 10 pulls, just be a gangster.
That's right. Steal somebody's credit card, buy a bunch of Burger King and Primo Gems, and
I will say Burger King is pretty mid, but I will say the shake fries from like the 90s. Tight.
shake fries in the 90s were
The
popping.
shake fries, get a little extra cheese packet in there.
Yo. I don't know if you understand what it's like to be me, but I'm just a little too relatable and all of my takes are too good and everyone agrees with me a little too much. So I'm gonna say something else I'm just gonna say something to be a little more problematic real quick.
I'm sure.
Let me know if this is one of those things where we can get on board with what I'm saying or if I'm a menace.
I probably
okay?
am not on board, but go ahead.
Okay, well, the Whopper from Burger King. I don't know if you've had a Whopper. The actual burger patties taste a little like cardboard. They're like burnt. They're like not
I
that
don't think
good.
I've ever had a Whopper, I'll be honest.
They're like mid. They're like not offensive. You wouldn't like throw up, but you'd be like, did I really pay money for that? But like from the quality of the patty, I mean. But like, hear me out. Here's where I'm at. Famously, Burger King puts like way too much mayo on every sandwich.
Yeah. Sure.
And I love that. I'm kind of here for that.
Okay, you're a mayo guy.
I kind of like
You
that.
like that mayonnaise on that shit. I see.
I like that mayonnaise. They be using way too much mayo on every burger, and I'm like, I'm gonna come here again.
I see. So you're just like, hey, allegations.
Uh-huh.
I don't care.
Don't care. Just let it rock.
Allegations.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, can't beat them. What you
Well,
gonna
if you
do?
can't beat them, you join them. And if you don't join them, you beat them.
That's right. That's right. If you can't do, you teach, and if you can't teach, you teach PE.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly right. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And Burger King, bro. Yo, do you know what it's like, brother? Go through a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, next thing it's a whole day, it's an event, you win, you get first place, you're like, damn, I won a little money, I got some free cards, I had myself a good ass time, I feel good about myself. I'm gonna go get myself a triple Whopper with bacon and a slice of Hershey pie from Burger King down the block. That's a vibe.
Don't be fooled by the rocks
give a
that I got.
fuck.
I'm still Burger King from the block. I used to have a little, now
Hell
I
yeah,
have a
baby.
Glock.
Hell yeah,
I don't know
baby.
why, but it's just there.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you be trapped until the bloody bottoms is underneath, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you still got to remember your roots. You still got to Burger King it up sometimes.
Hey, you know what I mean? It's like a Black Hawk helicopter at fucking
That was a dangerous misspeak you almost had, to be clear. That was a dangerous misspeak you almost had on Black Hawk helicopter. Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Who's it dangerous for? You know what I mean? Let's be honest. I don't
True.
discriminate.
Hey, don't worry
I
about
don't
offending people.
discriminate.
Just live your
I don't
life.
discriminate.
Just live your life. Hell yeah. Just live your life. I respect that. I respect that.
Can you be upset if it's just describing what something is?
Oh my god. I'll tell you what. I don't think Estafel would be a brand risk for us. I don't think he would be a brand risk for us.
Well,
He'd
legitimately,
probably be
there's a
fine.
whole subsection of a website dedicated to them. And that's literally
Helicopters?
the genre. No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's not like I'm coming up with something
Oh.
new. Coming up with something we haven't heard of before.
True, you're not cooking with that one.
It's
That's-
obviously that's
yeah,
the
that one's
one
been
that
in the
like
fridge, yeah.
most people aren't really mad at because they're like, oh yeah, well, like, you know, that's a genre. So
That's true. That is true. That's very funny, actually. Weird genre, huh? It's weird that that can be a genre. I feel a
Yeah.
little.
Well, it transcends everything, right? Because
I mean, any of that genre
yeah, because
esque. You know
anyone
what I
can like
mean?
that. So it's like this subgenre likes it. These guys like it. Those guys like it. These women like it. You know.
It is what it is, I guess.
And of course, we're talking
But
about the Big Mac from McDonald's.
I was always a big and tasty guy.
You know, I've never had a Big Mac or a Whopper, if you could imagine.
That's crazy.
Bread in the middle of my sandwich sounds dumb as fuck. I don't want more bread. I want more meat. Go fuck yourself.
Whopper doesn't have bread in the middle.
Yeah, fucking Big Mac does.
Oh, I thought that was kind of a. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But also, fuck the Whopper too.
So you don't do like. So you don't do like a club sandwich.
I do a fucking McDouble, brother. I'm not buying
Interesting.
off the main menu. I'm buying off the fucking $1.50 menu, brother.
Do you ever do the double
Nope.
doubles?
Just
Like a McDouble
nope.
shuffle?
I just do
The double shuffle?
No, I'm a simple man. A McDouble
Wow.
with extra cheese. That's all it is. That's all it will ever be.
I see.
Large fries, large Coke.
But you're a Coke guy. Fuck a Pepsi, huh?
Well, you're not getting Pepsi around here. The only place that sells Pepsi is Freddy's and any type of like Italian pizza shop.
Really? The Italian joints got the Pepsi hookup.
No, they don't got Coke. I'll tell you that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you order from a pizza spot and it is maybe like Pizza Hut. Maybe Pizza Hut or Domino's has Coke. Any other like Italian pizza, like if you go to a mom and pop stop down this.
No, Pizza Hut's a Pepsi establishment, pretty through and through.
So like if you go to like a mom and pop, New York pizza spot down the street or something, no, it's straight up Pepsi.
Well, huh. Well, Pepsi is pizza's favorite soda.
Yeah, I don't. Pepsi. You know what Pepsi is to me? Pepsi is watered down Coke. It tastes like Coke
Really?
without
I
a
kind of
bite.
feel the opposite. That's so funny.
Well, then there's something wrong with your taste buds because Pepsi has no bite. You drink a Pepsi,
Coke has no bite.
you're insane. You're
What?
fucking crazy, actually.
Dog, Coke has no bite.
Pepsi is Pepsi has no bite to it. There is no bite to Pepsi. I'm so sorry.
Dog, Pepsi, I mean, you can say what you want, but Coke don't even have a mouth.
That's quite possibly the most insane thing. Coke,
There's
when you
no
drink
bite
a Coke,
on a Coke.
it's like, oh man, that's a bite. Coke has a bite.
I don't think
You're
so.
insane.
I'll tell you what has a bite. McDonald's Sprite.
Ew.
McDonald's Sprite's got
Why
bite.
are we drinking McDonald's Sprite?
We're not. I'm just saying that has a bite. But like, so I'm not like immune to the bite.
Sprite,
Coke just
Sprite
don't got
shouldn't
it.
have a bite.
Sprite's got only bite.
What?
Dude. McDonald's Sprite will snap your spine, bro. Dog.
You are
McDonald's
insane.
spine goes crazy. McDonald's Sprite.
I think you've
That's
hit
funny.
too many marshmallows. I think you're mellowed out. I
Dog.
think your brain is a marshmallow now. That's insane.
Not even mellowed out. What do you mean?
Your brain.
I think more people would benefit from being mellowed out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's true. But, however,
Are we in the however comma?
League of
huh?
Legends though.
It leaks kind of
It's been
tight.
pretty fun.
Yeah, we've been going a little crazy, eh?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I've been on some TFT outside of the homie hookups.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you just said that because I would have forgotten until the exact second that you just said that. Guess what Genshin's new game mode is?
Oh, is it an auto battler? Is it
It's TFT,
auto
baby.
chess?
It sure is. With the hexagonal little
Oh my
parts on
God.
the map and the 1, 2, 3 star, the family mode.
Well, that's all.
They straight up
That's
just
not
got-
TFT. That's just auto chess in general. That's the game mode.
Yeah, I'm just saying they got like all the bells and whistles. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, interesting. Is this a going away
It's a
forever thing, or
whole-
is this only around?
It is a temporary thing that will go away. However, this one probably going to come back. This one looks like it's one that's going to come
I
back.
won't. I would, because I notoriously have everything up to date always, so I would log in for
Yeah.
that. However, if it's going away, I won't
Yeah.
waste my time.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one that goes away and comes back.
I'm not a.
Then eventually becomes permanent later.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of like WoW did that for a long time where it was like, hey, we have this new system, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, like it's fun. And then like at the end of the expansion,
Yeah, I
it's
don't like when they go away either.
like Kobe and throw it away.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
it when they
not
do
a
that either.
fan. So if they can come up with a way to keep it and make it a part of the game, tight. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. There's quite a few game modes that have been like longer form, more involved than just a mini game. You know, like some mini games show up and it's like collect the coins, and then they go
Yeah.
away. But like this one's pretty involved, and most of the time they either run those frequently, like seasonally, or they will like say, "Hey, we're like testing this out to become a permanent part of the game for later." So probably like 2026, 2027, we're looking at like a permanent TFT, permanent Genshin Auto Battler. And let me
2027.
tell
God
you,
damn.
probably
That's insane.
Genshin's winding down, dude, or winding up, depending on how you look at it. They're like approaching the end
I mean, surely they just like continue the story.
of the story.
They just continue it. It would be
I
crazy.
think I think what happens is like this is like the end of like the Tevat
Yeah,
saga.
they
Like
just
this world is
keep at
over,
it.
and then we go different world or something. They're like, okay, well, Genshin Impact season 2, baby.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
You
say.
know,
They don't.
type shit.
I don't think they're diabolical enough to be like, okay, well, Genshin 2 is out, and go download to get Genshin 2 where you have nothing. I think,
No, I
yeah,
don't
they
think they'll do
wouldn't
that
do that.
either.
Yeah,
And I can't imagine they just end it either, because they must surely enjoy their $2 billion a year.
yeah, that's a forever franchise now at this point. I feel like.
Yeah, Genshin doesn't just like end of service.
Now it would be fun if they were like, okay, well, game's over, we're done, and now everything you can just collect everything, no money anymore. We've made our money here. It would never happen, but you know what I mean. Yeah. What would happen is they end it, and then they're like, okay, well, now everything's more expensive. Now get the collector's editions of everything. We've released
That's
special
funny.
collector constellations.
Collector constellations is crazy.
But yeah, I
I'll tell you
imagine they
what,
would
man.
just add another world or another continent, or just keep doing, you know. Oh, hey, look, there
Yeah,
was a
it'll be world.
this
Yeah.
mist over here just unlocked a new spot because of some underground,
Oh, they do
yeah.
that. That happens all the
I
time.
would imagine it would just
That
I
happens all the
imagine it would
time.
just be like, look what the rain cleared up in this side of the world. There's a new zone for us to new continent for us to
Lamau.
go and hang out in.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it'll be a new planet type beat is
Like
where
a
they're gonna
whole
take
new
it if I had to
planet.
guess.
Huh. So is the
Yeah.
story gonna be like, hey, we gotta get everyone off this planet, it's dying, Lamau, let's get out of here. Ah.
That I'm not sure exactly. I know that they're not a stranger to blowing up a universe or like blowing up a world in their other games. So maybe.
There's like if you
But
have magic in your universe, you don't need rockets. You just fucking mage portals somewhere, I imagine. Just do a little like fucking Doctor
well,
Strange.
you would think
Like
that.
fucking
But there's surprisingly little magic. Not so much magic in Genshin.
yeah, not much magic in Genshin.
Not so much
You
magic.
sure about that? Every time I watch
Yeah,
you
they
doing
explain
something,
it as other shit.
because every
Yeah.
character I see you on,
What's that thing from
doing
Thor?
something.
Oh, good.
A thing from Thor? I don't know.
Yeah, but they're like, well, magic's just what you fucking apes call science because you're not technologically advanced enough for, you know what I mean? Type shit. There's no difference between uh magic and science when you don't know anything because you're a stupid monkey or whatever. Lol, you fucking
I
mid guardians,
see. I
haha.
see.
Type beat.
Well, they are gods, so they have god magic. They just do god stuff.
They like control the elements of the world. Like they harness the primordial elements and blah blah
When
blah
the
blah blah blah.
Fire
blah.
Nation attacked in the blah blah blah. You know,
Kinda.
that would be a cool if Hoyoverse was like, okay, we're gonna do a new game. They'd probably do a kick-ass Avatar game with their world building, and then they
Yeah,
already have mechanics to control elements on their other characters.
I'll tell you what.
It probably wouldn't be
I would want them to
Gasha though,
do.
but they could probably do
I
something.
would want them to do Star Wars 456 as a game. That'd be tight. I'll even give you Star Wars 1 through 6. I'll even give it to you. I don't like 1 through 3, but like I'll give you that though. But like a Star Wars ass game from Hoyoverse would go crazy. Like Force characters and lightsaber motherfuckers and blaster dudes. That'd be tight. That shit would go insane. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Audio listeners, homie's slowly smiling. He's getting there. Oh, he's
No,
getting there.
I cry
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
it would
yeah, yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah,
because it
yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
gotcha, and then you'd have to spend.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna pull for Luke Skywalker. Come on.
No, I don't think there is any IP they could do a gotcha in where I'm gonna be like, oh man, I'm downloading that ASAP.
Transformers.
They already had one. Transformers already had a mobile gotcha game. Yeah,
Ooh,
bad,
tough.
tough.
How'd that go?
It went
I
as good
see.
as you thought it would go.
Tough. Really tough.
Yes.
I'd imagine no one pulled for fucking anybody but Optimus and Megatron.
I imagine I wouldn't even know because I just
Maybe one or two little guys here and there. You know what they didn't pull on? Transmetal Cheetor. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody pulling
well,
for that
hear me
shit.
out. Transmetal 2 Cheetor, even worse. You know what I mean?
Fucking true. Ain't nobody pulling for Optimus Primal.
Optimus Primal sled mode. Nope, not happening.
No.
No one's pulling. Well, I would assume a
Nah.
lot of people would be pulling for like 3-head dragon Megatron, but people just are dumb.
Ain't nobody pulling for that guy who is Soundwave but not Soundwave, the other
Though,
Soundwave.
you know, Rap Trap with the wheels, kind of tight.
Don't ever say that again out loud. That's crazy.
Yo.
Transmetal Rat Trap? Like when he's all copper and bronze and shit with a red visor? Like Transmetal's Rat Trap. That's your
Rat
guy?
Trap with the fucking...
With his like brain exposed or whatever fucking thing he's got
Rat
going
Trap, yes. In another world with my wheelchair-bound Rat Trap.
Insane. That's crazy.
Oh, man. Such a good time.
Yo.
So terrible. You can tell they're not even the same
Beast Wars?
characters. Well, no, because they're different toy lines. They're different toys. Like, you can tell they weren't ever meant to, and they don't look like, it's not like they go, wow, we have these like G1. Well, I'm going to use Generation 1 Beast Wars in the sense. Season 1, I guess, whatever. You have the Season 1 Beast Wars, and then they go to Season 2 Transmetal, and you're like, these are all different characters from different toy lines. These are actually multiple toy lines wrapped up into one toy line. Because then you have the Fusors, the ones that are like Scorpion and a spider. And then it's like, look at me. It's just,
I thought Fusors was Zoids.
well, whatever the equivalent to Beast Wars was. Beast Wars had a thing like Silverbolt, for instance, and then the other guy, I can't remember his name, Quick Strike or something, where he was a scorpion but a spider, and then Silverbolt was like had wings but also was a wolf. You know, that's like a whole line of toys that obviously were just kind of like shoehorned in to the show.
That's kind of tight.
I'm not saying they're not tight.
I fuck with Wolf of
I'm not saying they're not tight, but they don't look.
Oh,
like,
right.
You have the Transmetals and you have these fucking mutants.
You know what would have been tight? You know what would have been fucking tight? If there was a show that was like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, but like they're Transformers from Cybertron. That'd be fucking tight. Like Pinkie Pie just like unfolds into a robot and she's got a gat. That'd be kind of tight.
Are you a brony?
Nah.
But
I've seen like an episode or two, I guess. I didn't like watch the show really.
I don't know if I should draft up allegations or what. Like I'm confused.
That's funny. Nah, I've just seen a couple episodes or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes too.
I know some of the characters.
It's interesting. You've seen a couple episodes and you're like, that's tight. I saw a couple episodes and I was like, I could never see this again and I'd be okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're just different people.
Wow, like so many of the ponies are like cunty and hilarious. Like Rarity is so funny. She'd be out here like, you fucking pores. And I'm like, reminds me of my friend. Tight. Audio listeners, Connor is blinking and rolling his eyes, and it is a situation.
Anyway, moving on. Moving on.
Anyway, yeah, no, not a brony though. I just know some shit.
Sure.
Plus, like, you can't not know most of the characters if you scroll through 4chan for like a day.
Rest in peace, 4chan.
You know what I mean? No, it's back now.
Oh well. How deep into the rabbit hole does that go? You know, who are the mods now? You know.
Well, true.
Same people, different names.
Yeah, me and the CIA are hanging out. Yeah. True. What you gonna do? But yeah, you know, I'll tell you what. Like, here's the thing, though. Right? Is like I don't know what brony even means exactly. Like, if you gotta watch the show, if you just gotta like know about the show, like I know it exists, but I didn't like fuck with it like that. Like, I've seen some, like, Flash animations or whatever, because like, 4chan, you know, you see what you see, but I wasn't like, you know, "Damn, dog, I gotta get home, I gotta watch My Little Pony Lamau" type shit. I wasn't, like, fan art guy, I wasn't, like, buying the toys guy, I wasn't, like, "Yo, that one's so me" guy, Lamau, haha. I didn't, like, none of I didn't you know what I mean? That's all a little too extra for me, it's a little too much for me, I don't fuck with it like that. But I'm not like necessarily a fan of any franchise in that way. Uh, so I guess maybe that's a little diff. But very specifically, yeah, My Little Pony, like I don't know, it doesn't really hit. I do like the animation style. I think that like shows where they're like very like garishly vibrantly colored, that tracks for me. And then I think shows with um I don't know how to exactly say what I'm like. I have an idea in my head of what I'm trying to convey as a concept. I don't know how to articulate it, but like it seems that they have like a visual language in My Little Pony that is very specific. Like they are doing their best to convey
Are you still talking about My Little Pony? Oh, there are no allegations to fight. It's fact at that point.
oh, I thought you were I thought you were drafting.
Oh no, they're drafted and sent. It was approved, auto approved.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
It
Oh,
was
I see.
auto approved, baby.
Gotcha. Well, if it's got to be what it's got to be, then Twilight Sparkle's kind of tight.
So you got a Switch 2. You have your Switch 2. Now, luckily you didn't befall some of the other people who had their receipts stapled to their box. Yeah.
Mine was not stapled to a box.
So there was an issue where the staples were puncturing the screens and shattering the screens. Yeah. That was happening.
That's so fucked.
So I imagine those guys will be getting something or nothing.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Yeah. Like obviously the workers didn't know, but how do you liking it? How are you liking it?
Painful to hear. I'll tell you what, I haven't fucked with it much.
Oh, I see.
Haven't fucked with it much. I got it preemptively just so I wouldn't have to worry about getting it later.
Sure.
But Metroid Prime 4 is not out yet. Borderlands 4 isn't out yet. And I'm sure Borderlands 4 is going to run a lot better on the Switch 2 than it does on my computer. And I know we're going to be playing that, you know what I mean? So this is like a setup purchase. Yeah.
How will you be
I will say I've been
capturing it? Oh, I guess you already have a capture card, huh? Because you do a lot.
Yeah, I already have a cap card. Yeah. But yeah, the here's where I'm at. Like the old games that had a lot of like load time and shit. No load time. Goated.
Yeah. Has a stronger CPU on it. For
sure. Yep. Smash Ultimate, no loads. That Yu-Gi-Oh game where I was fucking with it for a minute on stream the other day.
Well,
the load times on that were fucking abysmal. This one?
The
Pretty
Switch
good.
1 would have been really like it would have been a 10 of 10 if they wouldn't have used the CPU they used. Because at the time that CPU was already kind of aging. And so
Yeah.
them going with that to save a little bit of money kind of fucked them on that, but the fact they're going with a better CPU now, we're switched to proof of concept's already been made. I guess it does, it's fine. It'll be good. I don't think it'll run into any issues. Maybe like Borderlands 4 might have a little bit of might give it a run for its money.
Think so.
You don't think so? I'm just gonna do straight 120.
Well, 120 is high. I think it'll guarantee 60.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so
Yeah, I
too.
think it'll guarantee
For sure.
60. 120 is that's an ask. I think 120 is an ask.
Yeah, that's an ask for any game on that console for sure. And I'm not saying that console, but any handheld console for sure.
I'll tell you what, it might do 120. It might do 120.
Well, you're gonna have a dock too, right? So it might.
Because like here's where I'm at. They promise 4K, no? On some
Not
games,
native
certain games are 4K
upscaling,
compliant.
like 4K upscale. So it won't be like it won't look the best, but yeah, you'll be able to do 4K.
I'm just saying if you can 4K at 60 on anything, you can probably 1080 at 120 Borderlands 4.
Did they say 4K 180 or 60?
Yeah, games are guaranteed. The games that are 4K compatible are guaranteed 60, as I understand.
It'll be interesting to see what their upscaler can do. I don't know what kind of technology it's running. Is it an AMD? Is it running an AMD CPU or a Snapdragon?
Well, I don't have the tech specs like that.
It'd be interesting to see what kind of CPU it's running.
CPU. It's got an octa-core ARM Cortex A78C.
Oh, it's running an ARM. Okay, that might actually. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, it might be able to run.
I don't know. That's a lot of words that I don't know what to do with, but you do. So, and then it's got that DDR5X RAM. That's tight. We like a DDR5X. That's kind of cute. And it has compatibility with microSD express cards up to 2 terabytes. So holds kind of a lot of shit. That's kind of tight.
Yeah, for the love of God, don't buy fucking Nintendo branded express cards. I'm sure they're going to be so expensive.
Wait, why? Oh, just for the price?
Yeah, because they slapped Nintendo's logo on it. You remember when how fucking PlayStation did that with shark cards? The
Yeah, that is crazy. But yeah, apparently, the display handheld says it can do 1080 120. And in docked, it can go up to 1440 120 4K at 60.
It'll be interesting to see if it hits
it.
For sure. I think docked, no problem. Docked, I think it hits upscale, no problem without any frame drops.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I can't even capture without the dock. That's kind of how the cap card works.
Yeah.
So anytime I'm playing Borderlands 4 with you on that, it will be docked gameplay. And I'm happy with the 1440, to be clear. I'm chill with the 1440.
Docking's tight.
1440 is good for me.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, the dock is cool for sure.
Yeah. I'm told I can use the old Joy-Cons. I haven't tested that. I'm told that's a thing. It's kind of interesting.
Why would you want to?
I don't know.
Huh? Maybe for like party games?
But I'm told you can.
They don't have to connect if it's a party game.
Yeah.
Like connect to the console itself. Oh, the warnings are already out. Remember when we talked about how I thought I was worried about people pulling the fucking thing off the console? Yeah. I love being right about certain things. You just see something, you're like, yeah. The warnings.
But it has such a handy little detachment button.
People are so stupid.
Got a little detachment button.
I'm not saying that's a Nintendo problem. That's a people problem. If you're dumb enough to be like, I can just pull this off. Okay, well.
Yeah.
The Darwin Award goes to, you know what I mean?
If you buy a $500 console, $440 console or whatever, and then you think, I'll just do whatever
Did
I
you see
want.
that people?
Bro, you got too much money or no sense.
So they were awarding articles about that, and they were awarding articles about the people pulling off the glass protector, the thing that's like built into the console. People are trying to
No.
pull it off.
Why would anyone ever do that?
I don't know. People are so fucking dumb.
That's
Like destroying
insane.
their console, obviously, if you do that, for sure.
I can't even fathom why someone
It's
would do
insane.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, let me
Tell-
ask you this. You getting a Switch too?
Hey, if I get Switch 2 money, I'll have a Switch 2 at some point.
I see.
don't know if I have money for that. I don't
I
think
see.
I'm blessed enough. And
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm not asking to be blessed enough for that. I don't need to be blessed
No,
enough
of
for
course.
that.
But if there is a listener out there who wants to just bless my
No.
boy. But if there are listeners in chat right now,
There are certain things
who want to just
I will
bless my
take your
boy.
money for. If anyone wants to get me Expedition 33, if anyone wants to get me the new Anno game coming out, I'm down for that.
33. You can just steal
I
that
ain't
shit,
stealing
bro. What are you
I
talking
can't
about?
steal and review it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can.
With my, I can't.
Steal it.
I will not.
Review it.
Anything I steal, I will not
Buy
review.
it on Steam. Buy it on Steam. Drop the review on Steam. And then return that shit.
Oh,
Got 'em.
I will not be doing that. One, I like the game. I think I'll like the game. And two,
Well, yeah, that's why you play a bunch of it. You just
I'm
steal
not
it.
stealing it. I'm not going to steal game. I'm going to review it.
Well,
That's in bad faith.
well,
It's in
Is
bad
it?
faith. It's
is
in bad
it?
faith.
Not if your review's positive.
It is in bad faith. It's still.
If your review's positive, it's
But
good.
I would never be like, man, you know what, community, I would really love. Can you just buy me a Switch, please? Nah, I'm not going to do that. I've been blessed.
Well, you don't need to because they'll surely do that. Isn't that right, boys? Audio listeners.
Everyone's like, we're broke from buying the Switch. We don't have Switch money.
True.
I've been watching Basuda
yeah.
play Switch 2. He's doing 24-hour streams for the games. So he's been doing 24 hours for the launch title Mario Party. Not Mario Kart.
Oh, Mario Kart World, the
Yeah,
open world
kind
Mario
of cool. It is kind of a cool concept for them to finally be
Kart.
like,
Funny idea. I like
be
it.
like, hey, let's have an open world Mario Kart game. Fuck it.
I'm not even like open world guy, but that is tight.
Yeah, I did. It isn't like some of the other kind of open world games where like you'll see people and when you're in the open world part, unless you're searching for a lobby with other people, then you won't see anyone. It's just like you running around this world, which is cool still. But it would be nice if there was like a lobby thing where like you would just see people. If you are already in a lobby, then it does boot you to a lobby where people are running around from your game and you're like picking maps and stuff. So you're like map select and all that stuff while it's waiting for the 20 or 30 other people. You all are just riding around this open world, which is cool. But if you're
That's
like by
cool.
yourself, then you're by yourself. I wish it would just boot you into a lobby of people also who weren't in a lobby at the moment. Like it was just like you saw other people racing around, so it felt a little more lively. A little more alive,
That's
but
so
it's
interesting.
Nintendo.
Yeah, I can see why you
It's
feel that way.
Nintendo,
I kind of appreciate that it's not that. I'd rather not have my experience cluttered up with a bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, you're notoriously not an online guy. You don't really like online stuff.
Yeah.
So,
because in my mind, I'm thinking, let's say this sells 20 million copies, and let's say a quarter of those dudes are playing at the same time. I don't want to see 5 million motherfucking Marios and
you would
Peaches
never
roll around my
see
shit.
5 million people. It'd be like people, they do it in like 20, 30 people, and it's a huge world, so you would never really, you see enough people to be like, oh, hey, there's a guy running by. Cool. So I'm on a live world.
I'll tell you, they did that in Pokemon Sword Shield. In the wild area, you can see other trainers. And every time I was like, get the fuck out of here, guy, on your purple bike. I don't want to see your bullshit.
Well, I think you just hate people.
This is your boy. It seems like I hate people, but then I always treat people really well and then believe the best in everyone when I shouldn't.
Treating people really well and not hating them are two different things.
I don't know that it is.
I can hate someone, but I can put my customer service smile on. You'd never know.
No, but I'm not fake with it though.
Oh, well, Who's to say?
I'm out here. I'll be like,
Not that
yo,
we
that
know.
guy was a piece of shit, but he probably has it in his heart to be good. I believe in that guy.
Oh, that's just a character flaw.
I just be believing. I just be believing in
Yeah.
motherfuckers. So like,
Some people.
if I'm playing a game, I'm playing a game. I don't need Jenny from down the street to be like, yo, I'm on my bike trying to catch a Pikachu. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't need that shit. That's
if
not
you
part
were
of
a
the.
lonely,
There's no appeal for me.
if you were Jim from also further down the street, you would appreciate Jenny being in your game, being like, I'm not alone. Because sitting in
I feel like it would exacerbate the aloneness. No, though, right?
because you can just they're close enough to where you can see them, but you can't touch them, so you're safe.
Yeah, but that seems like that seems like some Elliot Rodgers shit. No, that's like.
Well, you imagine if you're an adult playing Pokemon anyway, then you already have a couple issues. So like being.
What do you mean? good bit, but also what do you mean? Hee ha ha bit, but what do you mean though?
I don't know what I just saw, but I hope it's not a spider. Hold on, hold.
Let's say what?
I think I'm being attacked by a spider.
Oh my god.
Hold, please.
Audio listeners, homie is looking for a spider. It's on the run. It's on the loose. Goose on the loose.
Going to attack.
Oh, the camera turned off. There's about to be a hate crime, a war crime. There's going to be a breach of the Geneva Conventions in the wall. That's crazy. My man turned off his camera and stood up to attack a spider. My man said, yo, I got business to handle. That is actually crazy. My man said, yo, this is my own private... Audio listeners, there was a thump. If you heard a thump, that was a spider dying.